I think one of the interesting things that you did with the brand was to make sure that the logo is simple.
Yeah, I think that's why I give myself. I did something good there.
I think you did the logo yourself, eh?
No, I didn't do it myself.
Who did the logo?
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
How the logo was done. Because we had the first logo. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
When PayChangu started, we had another logo that I had a design and I had a design and my posters.
Yeah.
And then that guy did the logo. Yeah,
yeah.
Which was easy, not easy, and I can write some P and done. And then if there was someone, I mean, I boy in graphic design when I was posting my own and I Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy used to do. I'm a banga.
Amataka Zuka.
Yeah.
I think Timmy is ukampesa muzoni yake. Amatosa mabomba.
Yeah, amatosa mabomba. So, you know, I used to always admire Nchiro yake and turning. But it used to be expensive, to be honest. By that time,
Timmy is not cheap.
So when I was doing the logo, I couldn't afford it. You know? So by the time that I was like, I could afford it, it's when I was like, oh, now let me go do a proper logo now.
Yeah.
So I approached him. I told him, I said, I need a logo.
Yeah.
He gave me the price. I think I said, give me the price. I was like, yeah, I need a logo now. I did a whole rebranding of things.
Even the color?
No, the car was the same, but
okay.
No, on that Okande I didn't
change.
But the car was the same. So now is when he came up with this logo now.
Yeah. No, it's a simple logo. The P, I don't know. Good is margins in the P in Karimo.
Yeah, this is a P, and it's like it's my bracket like side making a P. I don't know if you checked my social media. I use this one, so we use it in a different way. Where we just take. You know how yeah. So it's
okay. The stuff measure,
yeah. So it's this and that. So
yeah. Now simple. And then my logo, my color. And you know, I've never believed my logo was zungulira. The logo zungulira.
All those ones. Okay, fine. Those ones just look like NGO.
Like just foundation. Oh, the kangari. Imagine like that.
Should fit. I don't know what's the concept. But I think I've thought about it. But this was just like PayChangu. And funny part is how the name PayChangu came. It's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
because PayChangu means Kabwera. I remember telling someone that I want to call it PayChangu, and then I won't be. I'm like, if PayChangu, it doesn't make sense. How does Chichewa and English go together?
Yeah, like these are two words or the language of Siana.
Language of Siana mixing. How does Chichewa and I had a few younger. It didn't make sense that time. And I was like, yeah, that's the point, because you can make payments between Malawi and other countries. So you mix the Malawi and the country and then makes PayChangu.
Kadrimu gajoguti you conquer Africa, guys.
Yeah, it's Kadrimu. So it was, mixing it PayChangu. Most is too much English, because when you're too much English, I've seen some startups. I know
what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
so nanga nthawi ina yake timaopyeza da anthu fe kuti startup yako ikamveka chichawo kwambiri ndekuti ikhala ngatiso ka bola kunthazi CBO ina yake sioneka ngati kuti you are serious koma uonesi kuti mkati momumveke kena kake.
So people just keep fancy names. One thing they don't forget, I mean, the name matters kwambiri. You know, I'm a software engineer. I know CEO, search engines, operations, social media, all these things.
Yeah.
If you come up with a unique thing, if people are searching you,
that's a problem.
You end up giving and then there's another company in some country also having the same similar name. Now, let's say on Google, you're having more results in your current card, and you're trying now to compete with a company that they have done that for a while for you to show up. But if you give a name, it's unique. Something that is mostly local. Use it. Startups. So if you give something that is unique, mix it a little.
Yeah.
You end up beating the search results. So it's you. Come first.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. It's a win when you are in this space.
True. Yeah. True, man. Yeah. Anyway, good PayChangu. It's a name. It's a brand.
Yeah. Now I think
everyone talks about it.
That person now. And a good part is after I think a week, and I wasn't. You know what? But the name I think is cool. That's the best. I was like, yeah.
I'm we get bangyan. PayChan. Pay. What's a good? Oh, I don't know. Pioneer. Pioneer is still there. Is there? Right?
It's there, Pioneer.
Yeah, but there are a bunch of all those names that.
Yeah, there's so many names.
What do you talk?
I think in my mind, I think that was the first name even. That's surprising. Good enough.
Yeah.
I don't think I've thought about it being in a.
I think when I heard the name first, and Tamakambangadi, we found out PayChangu. Ujana be zina ku South Africa which. I think South Africa ujani.
They pay fast.
Pay fast.
Funny thing is, I've said here, I didn't even know that company exists. Because they pay fast, yes. Because I never gonna figure out later on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's pay stack. There's pay fast.
Pay
and
fast,
there's pay stack too.
Paystack is
Paystack
also
Nigeria.
in Nigeria.
So they got a license in South Africa too.
Okay, yeah.
And
And the names are there for me.
yeah, it's pay.
You can pay and put something at the end.
Yeah, but the pay fast, because pay fast is accompanied by DPO, but it operates in a different name in South Africa.
Ah.
Yeah, so the mother company is DPO.
DPO,
now
yeah.
It's not even in the mother company because DPO was bought by NI, which is network.
Could it DPO has been bought as well?
Yeah, it was bought. Anyway, but I'm not from the DPO.
If that information is there, it's there. But
So it's online. I'm from the space. This is our space, so we know all these things.
Yeah.
So it was bought by NI. NI, so it's our great partner. We work with NI. The company that bought DPO.
Yeah.
If we work on something together also.
Perfect.
They bought now. If you check DPO, it's DPO by NI. So pay fast. It's a name traded in. They use in South Africa.
South Africa,
So I think by that time I don't know, but I didn't know that PayFast exists.
Yeah.
So
Even if you knew, I say, I can back you on this one. Even if you knew, one thing for me that I've come to understand is if you are able to get a product,
yeah,
ndikuipanga kugwira in a particular context, I don't care what you say. Yeah. I don't care what you say.
It's like that's what matters.
Yeah, what matters is what have you done with the product, and I think. My guys in time every time there's a new thing and fight in that kind of way.
They should find a way.
Could
I know that. Yeah, but I get, but anyway, it's also free publicity.
Yeah, free publicity, and you've got it.
Yeah, true.
For a long time.
For a long time.
So never going to this show. Anyway, let me start. Welcome to Higher Africa podcast. This is a platform that I'll talk about different things, specifically the technology in Malawi, but also Africa, the opportunities that are there. I think we are at the right time where the narratives of Africa have to be prioritized. For a long time, I think we have always heard about stories of startups in different continents and stuff, forgetting that we're also building stuff here. So I dedicate this platform specifically for people that are building, for people that are raising, for people that are exiting, for people that are essentially just taking advantage of digital in general. So the whole digital economy framework that is there. So I'm excited today because I have Nohaata, who you know already because he's part of this other video that is on the channel. And today we're just talking about Fintech, I think. Yeah, Fintech and everything else that he's doing. I think he's revolutionizing. I think the title could make out. Yeah, I had put something. I'll put a bit of Chichewa for the benefit of us. Because Antonio South Africa maga. South Africa even my sops out.
Yeah.
Amadaga mayankula chizungu.
That must have been so. Yeah, I've seen.
You have to love your language. Come on, guys. This is the you got yankula chizungu and you're losing it. Nah. I think we're supposed to love our language.
Yeah, true.
And that's why we have to go for even AI has to also digitize. We have to digitize our languages and make sure we're building models based on our languages.
Yeah, true.
That's a different conversation. Anyway, I coined this one, how PayChangu is rewiring Africa's payment systems. That's a
good title.
Rewiring, right? Yeah. How PayChangu is rewiring Africa's payment system. And I think this is one of the biggest issues. So you have done interviews with us for so many times. I think with me it was more of an interview, and then did interviews with the other podcast Malawi. So he's here.
Which was great.
Yeah, my wife was asking me, "Where is Nohaata? I was like,
and I'm not done.
Hey, I think this is your home.
This is my home.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I've stopped developing.
Oh yeah,
we are still growing. Whenever something happens, if he doesn't call me, I'll call him.
That's it. I need to come back.
Yeah.
So now, before we started the recording, we missed this other conversation, which was really interesting. How you met Dan. So Dan is one of the developers for PayChangu.
Yes.
If you have WhatsApp your PayChangu, and then of course WhatsApp your PayChangu. And you checking my status always I'm going to kuchitika chama AM unanyamata kukwira ntchito. They are always building different things.
Even on my Instagram, people that follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, they will always
they've seen him. It's always me tagging Dan.
Dan obanga ichi Dan Saugona. I wonder if Dan is even does he have a life?
That's another interesting question. But
how did you meet him?
It's so interesting that I met this guy. And this guy in Dodoro Saname is one of the best programmers I've met in Malawi. That is, I think one thing that I had struggled is it's to hire. Okay, do you know how when you build something that has your energy, you put in everything in there. Right? In my cars of wood, I just told you to give. Okay, you know, I have different stuff, but so they're not in tech side. They're just doing
product marketing and everything,
whatever, all these things. But on software side, I think that was the hardest part for me to trust someone. You know, the code that you coded, and then so that was, I think, the hardest part for me to find a Malawian, because I have, mind you, we have international workers that work for us, software engineers that that side that have been working with me for a while now. So I was like, okay, I need also to find someone locally. I can't just be trusting outside people.
You need someone.
They need someone. If anything happens, that person will handle that, and I can understand with that person easier here. So that was now a hard part. So I was looking for someone, but I couldn't find that person yet. So Dan, this guy, this story is interesting. This guy, he just wanted to work with PayChangu. I don't know how, but this guy wanted just to work with PayChangu, because when I check our chat, right, you could find my text, Mandibanga text, hi, hey, I'm a software engineer, you know, I do these things, I want to work with you guys. Mommy gaba easy, you know? This is the time that was a vacancy, looking for software engineer. He texted, hi, I see what was a vacancy. I want to work with you guys. So you know, I get a lot of text every day from the
you're a celebrity. I get how many people text in a day?
So many.
Asking for money.
But I get so many messages. So I was like, you know, like that, you know, I just sent him a link. So I'm going to apply with the qualifications. I don't review that. I'm going to review the HR side. They do that. I got my best, and then they'll send me on software engineer side only. So it's where that's my department. I'm check. So he did that. He applied. Nothing happened. No, we didn't even get someone. We didn't even find that I was some person that I was looking for.
Serious?
Yeah, that's another thing. So because the thing is, there are two sides, right? In software engineering, in the more different side, where I would say some people they're focused in fintech, and they're focused on just building something in agriculture, you know, all this in medical. You can be a software engineer, doesn't mean you know everything.
Yeah, true.
So I wanted someone who knows the financial side too. But we understand the fintech side. He knows the language. I can tell you more. If I understand features is easier because I'm also in this type of field. I understand how payments works. Because my API, my competitors are too. Already at least I don't know how payments work. You know. So I was looking for that person. So this other day, my good friend Joe, the founder of Waza. Waza. So he texted me. I say I have a friend. He has a product and I get PayChangu. So question. So I'll schedule a meeting between me, you, and the guy. I was like, cool, fine. So in my mind, so Joe is outside Malawi.
Yeah, but you're German, right?
Yeah. I was like, this guy is like from
somewhere,
you know. And schedule a meeting. I was like, oh yeah, do that. And so he made a meeting. And then I saw the product. He was building Bizpro. Like he has a project, and I go since he's focused here. And I can be. But it's a cool project where it's his CRM system does most of the things that side. So he was building that system. So in the meeting, I saw the name of the system. I was like, and I visited the website. I was like, this is so professional. You know, it's not a Malawi. This guy is not a Malawian. You know, the meeting now. I'm checking the emails, everything. after I finished, I'm like, I said, give me your number. I should text you. Check, I was like, it's a Malawian number. I was like, it's a Malawian number. And then I'm checking chat too. This guy's been texting me for a while. And I'm like, And then I was like, wait, bruh. I texted him. I'm like, wait, can we have a meeting again? Now you and me now. And then I made a meeting again. I'm like, I say, what you build here is cool. Like this is cool, And he wanted to integrate PayChangu. The way he was doing it, it was perfect. You could tell this guy understands the financial side. He knows what he's doing. I was like, I said, you did all these things, yourself, yeah. And he had so many things. He made a project in AI. He was able to verify IDs, all that. But I commented, but I didn't know it was him. And I'm like, oh wait, so it's you? Okay. And then I said that, and he said, I've been applying to PayChangu, but in my head I was like, this guy might be someone.
We don't want
even work with us.
It's like a grace shouldn't do.
Yeah. But he said, I've been applying for PayChangu for a while. But I was like, yeah, I can see your chat now. Yes. You know what? Where did you stay? It's like that time I was staying here. Now I'm in Blantyre. Based in Blantyre. I stay in Blantyre. It's like, you stay in Blantyre? Okay, I'm coming in Blantyre. Should have a meeting. Should meet. See what to do. Should have a conversation. I was like, okay, cool. And I was coming, I think, like I'm going to Blantyre that day. I went to Blantyre, I called him, he came, I met him. We had a very interesting question because we had like a little interview, right? Just for me to understand him. To my surprise, everything was just clicking. Like our conversation was just clicking.
Yeah, like you understand
each other, he follows things. This guy, another day, like an interview, but he never went home again. I never went home. He came as just like, we should meet, discuss few things, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, wow, he slept. I was staying, in an apartment that time.
Yeah.
He stayed there. He was there. And then that day, it was so interesting. You could tell when this guy wanted to work with us. Because one thing that I liked about him is saying, as a software engineer, every time I go to people, right, I tell them, I'm software engineer. Your name comes up all the time.
Wow.
Like my name was always coming out. Oh, like Nohaata. Like Nohaata. So you know what? I got more interested to know more about you because everywhere I go, when I mention my career, your name will always come up. Your name will always come up, you know. So that's when I was like so interested to, and I checked you, looked young. So
I was like, find out you talk with.
So that day, I say, because this guy has worked with international companies. So I don't know if you know Salesforce.
Yes, Salesforce,
It's a big company. He was working for Salesforce before.
What?
He has done.
What? Salesforce is huge. It's like the level of what?
It's big.
Yeah, but Salesforce could be SAP.
Yeah,
the company
level of those
handle CRM for finance institutions, specifically even for finances of organizations and most of big organizations.
That's how you understand the financial side. So you get it. So he's working for Salesforce before.
Wow.
When he told me that and he showed me the proofs, I was like, can we afford to pay you even?
The guy, I couldn't pay my interview.
I pay my interview. In school, he dropped out. He went to school 2 days. He left.
He dropped out. I said, I'm also looking for a developer who is a dropout.
He dropped out
because there's something with these developers and dropping out.
Me too. I dropped out.
Yeah, you too.
That's how it clicked. Even with with stories was clicking, everything, and toast. And we quite because we did the same thing.
Yeah.
So in that meeting, I told this guy, I say, so we're a startup, right? I had to remind him, we're a startup, right?
So
we can't pay you.
Don't charge.
The guy said, I can work for free.
What?
I just want to be paid. I'm like, you want to work for free? I'm like, I just want to work for PayChangu. Wow. I've been wanting. I know what PayChangu is building.
Yeah.
I know what you guys are doing, and I want to be part of it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, fine. And then that day I was like, you know what? No, you can't work for free. You need to send your contract. You can give you whatever.
Yes.
When I was attending Lilongwe, he wanted to come with me. I was like, bruh, chill.
You're working with us.
You're working with us. And then I sent him the contract. Okay, I took time sending him the contract because I didn't want him to work out of desperation. Right?
Yes.
So I sent him the contract. I was like, take your time. Next time, like, I've signed it. I'm like, oh, we signed it. So when I coming to that was around 3.
3 p.m.
Yeah, 3 p.m. I was like, I've signed it. I'm like, okay, when I coming to Lilongwe, you can come tomorrow. I was like, bruh, I'm coming today.
What?
He started off the same day
Yeah.
to here. You know, you could just tell. You know, I like people.
The passion.
They have passion. They want to, you know, it's not about the money side. It's just he want to be part of it. He want to be part of the circle.
Yeah.
And all that. So the guy started off the same day to here. Since that time, we've been just like more than workers now. Now it's just we are like, more than that. We are friends.
Yeah.
From there now, you know, we have worked on so many projects together. Apart from even PayChangu alone, because now he's a guy that I think 24 hours. I can say most of my hours.
I say every time you're with this guy, I think you guys are always waking.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have a life.
I don't even know myself. Dan, do you have a life? You know, the mistake at that day, we're working on some project in Nigeria, which I will not. I'll mention I think later on.
Yeah,
we're working on some project, and then we spent I think 4 days working on that project, and it's day and night working on it. It felt my sanga, you know, and then it was weekend. It was the first I say, do you know what Manova they're out?
People are chilling. People are having a good time.
How come we don't, you know, we don't wish for those things once? You know, why are we always working if all the time? You know, like I think you know, the same thing. We had a project in a client to now. We're working. We did the same thing also.
Yeah. So to myself, we have money. I say, like you're always working.
Yeah.
Just give yourself a break. Break here too, I think is just.
Kungopita kwangu kula chakula town.
Come on, don't see a problem in that, you know. That's the reason why we clicked, because that's his life too. He doesn't drink, I don't drink.
Yeah.
And we don't have moments to feel like to panic.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you funny thing is, in because feel like a alcoholic, right?
Come on, but the day that you met this guy, like
I was like, nah, I think you can wait. That's not okay. If you can have any matter, go and talk with stuff and put it aside more, because I don't want this guy to call me, ask me for something. No, this guy will call me 3 a.m. When I'm like, today go to my jungle. We call me 3 a.m. I say, I'm working on this. Can wait? Most of the times, it was already in my car. I'll come with the concept, right? I come with the concept.
Yeah.
And then my phone, like I give a details. So I'm a dad. So if you want to work, when I'm going to one billion, some passes
so busy, so man for design the bar.
So you know, get a whole night. I wouldn't be there for my 3 a.m. I said, can you check up 10 things? And he's like excited. I'm like, Dad, let's sleep. Let's do it. So for us, I think working, it's what gives. It's why I can say in the entire coma.
Yeah, I think there's that kind of element in every builder.
Yeah.
Right. Kuduma Kandi, the joy is in the process of building, failing, and people don't even understand. We have those
moments alone.
And then you go back.
And then you go back and you have to fix that.
Yeah, fix that.
I say, we have this native bank. I say, we don't know how to do it. Yeah. We end up figuring it out. I said, I had to figure it out.
That's the funny thing about building. And I think that's the DNA of every builder.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the story of Dan.
You see Dan later on.
Yeah, you see Dan later on. But that's an interesting story. And I think every person who's founding a product, they need to find people like that.
Yeah.
Because once you find a person like that, I'm telling you, your life is in order.
Because even if the employees that I have, I always make sure that there is that connection, right?
Connection is everything.
Yeah, it's everything.
I think people don't even understand that in a startup, you don't employ out of expertise. You employ out of connection. Because the connection does a lot.
It does a lot.
Than just the expertise of someone else.
So you want people that understand you.
It's not like this is a conversation, so it can go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think the recent thing that I've seen is your partnership with 888. 888 Bets, right? Why did I like it? I like it because I know you're a local company, Malawian company.
Yeah.
That is now able to process my payments. A betting company like that, which has like a lot of transaction in a day, and that's money.
Yeah,
that's true. Like commission and everything for my business models and fintech.
I think that partnership means a lot to me too.
Yeah,
because it is something that I've been looking forward to. Because it has so many elements.
Yeah,
that it's not only about the partnership alone.
Yeah,
but it's about you thinking about a concept and then pushing it, making it work, and seeing a big company like them using it.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying this is we launched bank transfer here in Malawi. We are the only gateway that has that.
Yeah.
We launched it. It's our we made a concept out of it. In other countries there, but in Malawi we never had that.
Yeah.
The only common payment method was in Malawi was card payments, which was not that big. Most of I would say Airtel Money and Bamba. This is the most common payment methods. If you go on betting companies,
that's what you're gonna find.
That's what you're gonna.
Yeah, you're not gonna find the bank option. It's usually TNM, Bamba, or Airtel Money.
It's always like that. The only betting company that has that was, I think, Be Me a Bet, but it's not all the banks. You never cover that side. And it's another method. It wasn't the way we did it. So we had a conversation with these guys. You know, we approached most of these guys just to understand what the problem they're having. You know, another thing is there's no any betting company in Malawi. You could be able to withdraw. I mean, there's no even none. Let's say you win drama today, or you withdraw that money back. If there was no betting, you would withdraw money to a bank.
So you would withdraw with Airtel Money on
Airtel Money and Bamba. That's the only option that were available there. No bank. For example, if you win 5 million, you have to wait.
You have to wait because
you have to do it manually, whatever. There was no. So it was another issue that we saw. So we thought about it. Okay, we are a payment gateway. We are fixing payment problems. Let's invent something that can solve these issues. That can make a betting company or a e-commerce company or that company.
People that are looking forward to help their clients to actually withdraw large sums of money.
Even just to collect payment from customers. They should be able not to struggle to go to each bank, do partnerships, do all these things, do all this paperwork. You just come to PayChangu and they have all the MNOs, all the banks, all card schemes, which is so they have everything, you know. The same day they can sign up a PayChangu account, they can get paid with Airtel Money, get paid with Bamba, they can get paid with all Malawian banks. We support all Malawian banks. So we got the Airtel Money and the Bamba, which was common already. Got the card, which is also a little common. So the banks now the lucky ones, because now the banks are the one that transact a lot. Example, I'll give you an example. If you're trying to sell cars online, you want people to buy, because other countries they can buy a car online. You know, you can buy a car, you can buy big things. 6 million or something.
6 million or higher.
The issue that we had here in Malawi was Airtel Money limited only 700,000 a day. Meaning if you're selling a car, you cannot sell it online.
You can't sell online.
When you look at our cards, they are
and people don't see that kind of problem. Because maybe most of the times they are transacting on small amounts. Come on, once you're dealing with higher amounts,
it's where you notice that issue. You know, like, okay, you're selling these things. Okay, example, I was doing a website for Apple Guy.
The Apple Guy, yes.
One thing I noticed was phones now are expensive.
Because the phones right now, you talk of 2 million, 3 million, even 4 or 5 right now.
And looking at the cards, they have a lot of limits. You cannot pay Airtel Money for that.
You can't.
So that was another part. I was like, so I think people don't look at this issue. But the only way for you to do that is the banks. So you don't want also to do the banks as a car manual, you know, that they have to be automated. You must be able to pay and also get paid if the bank's automated. So we invented the bank transfer feature. We partnered with Centenary Bank, which is our partner, to come up with these things. And thanks to these guys, I think that it was one of the bank that believed in us, because we went to them, we pitched the idea, they understood it, and they let us be us to create what we want out of their infrastructure. So we had, so they accepted our infrastructure, connected us with the ICT team on their side. Great team, you know. We worked on something that was cool. So now we have bank transfers. So what the bank transfer does is now you can transact with any bank. Example, right now we have just partnered with 8bits, meaning you can deposit money on 8bits with any Malawian bank. Your FTH, First Capital, Eco Bank, you could be able to deposit money to 8bit. Without them having to struggle to go to each bank to the partnerships, you know. After you win drama, you win 10 million today, you win 1 million today, you're able to withdraw instantly that money to your bank account.
And that's the beauty of it. It's about the efficiency of it, which you don't have to wait for a long time for you to get your money.
So looking at them now, taking that product that we just thought about it, trying to fix it, that was not
feels good, right? It's like you have a baby and you're seeing the baby.
And you're seeing the results and you're seeing it out there, you know. It's a big company. I'm looking forward to partner with most of the guys. They're trying to fix the problem for everyone. But looking at these guys being the pioneer to start it, you know, and being a big company, promoting it on social media, over, it just gives that joy that
Yeah.
I think we are actually solving problems.
No, when I saw it, because for instance, if people are transacting using Airtel Money, right, directly, if they have done it like a partnership with Airtel Money,
Yeah.
it means who's eating is Airtel, right?
Yeah.
Airtel is a foreign company. I'm trying just to
Yeah.
to be honest about this. As TNM, of course, is ours and whatever, but to see a startup that started in Malawi building something and then creating that kind of partnership, because that means a lot.
Yeah,
it means a lot in terms of people that are building platforms in Malawi, or even are thinking about building platforms, to see that it's possible to now go mainstream and offer these services to companies that are looking for solutions to deal with the problems that they're having. And some of these solutions, they may not be seen if you're outside.
Yeah, true.
Once you're inside, you start seeing,
and whenever, but I think I have that joy in mind. When I was doing this, I never thought about it much.
Yeah.
Now I've seen so many use cases. I'm even like, wow. So PayChangu can be used like this. I'm even shocked. I would see someone has built a product and I can check. I'm like, wait. So there was this problem.
Yeah.
Just because I fixed this issue now, people, like, I'll tell you this, right? Local people, we're also dealing with this. People, we're also solving problems in local areas. On USSD. There's this company called React Systems, and funded by Clement.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Are you buying it?
The company? No, I'm not buying it. But what I'm saying is, I just want to tell you,
but it's very important, because
very
I think even for your company, I would digress a bit.
Yeah, true.
But for your company, right? I know you can build with Dan online, that you can do, but sometimes just buy these companies.
That's the point.
And I think
we'll get there.
If someone, how much money do you need? Wait to start buying companies, because it's a very important metric.
Yeah, okay.
If you want to grow fast.
Yeah. Because we'll get there. That's the point. The mission is too big, I would say, right?
Yeah.
The mission is too big. We'll get to that topic. But let me talk about these guys.
Yeah.
These guys have a cool system. They build an USSD platform where they're able to, right now in villages and have like a solar. There's solar.
Yes.
So these guys had an issue where how to receive that money from local people, from village people, how are they going to get paid?
Yeah.
So when we came in, this guy saw that issue. It's like, I can help these guys to solve this issue. So he created an USSD. So now he goes to the people, provide masolaja.
Yeah.
Pitch abange on board on USSD yake ija abange automated masola aja zipanga network ya GSM. So these people are muzaja, they can buy a solar instrument. They buy it using imakala no via minutes. Imakula minutes amagesi.
Yeah.
So umagula, let's say example you have to pay 100,000.
Yeah.
So you paid ways via minutes instead of so
so you have to pay for you to get
unlimited.
Yeah.
So for that to happen, he created an USSD. So sometimes he's able to do a USSD, put meter number yao, using Airtel Money on Pamba. So we are the one processing that payment, but on USSD.
Wow.
When he brought that idea out and I checked it, I was like, wow, how did you think about this? Like, I never thought about it. Anyway, and I was like, maybe I want to get down.
The crazy use cases that are coming in from your explanation, they can tell Goody. I think when we think of technology, from lens
lens in
online.
We don't see it.
You don't think about the current challenges that are there.
There's so many issues. And when you look at the transaction we are getting from these people, it's just wow.
Yeah, because the solar business and how companies, Solar, have marketed those solar gadgets because of the installment payment.
Yeah.
Yes,
and now looking at it
everywhere.
Now, it's automated now. They can just pay without having to go. Everyone has got to
and they've saved on a lot of
things. Then you can see the volume that these guys, because this guy has partnered with so many clients. So what he's doing is, every client before go get on board and PayChangu guy. Once you get on board, we'll connect your PayChangu account if you get, so you can get paid. So you can see what ways and these guys are doing this thing. When you look at the volumes, it's just wow. Like, we never saw it in this way. We never projected in this way. So you can see different ways. Or even when I'm on internet, I'm scrolling on internet, I'll see someone has created a dating website.
Yeah.
So I'm always curious, like, let me go say the payment. You end up finding, you see PayChangu
You're
there.
like, how?
Because now we're becoming the default. When you have most of these guys when they're developing
becomes
projects.
a default.
Yeah, I'm even saying every time I see something new coming in.
Yeah.
When I think about payment, I'm like, I'll find PayChangu obvious there. You know. So you know how we can sign up. I don't know our merchant. I don't know every merchant.
Yeah, you don't know every merchant, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
It means big guys are growing.
Yeah, we're growing. So you end up going there and see PayChangu there, and you're gonna see these numbers these guys are doing. Him like you see, it isn't made by just like a normal someone just saying the
people are paying for these dating sites.
Paying, you know, they're paying.
I think sometimes we overthink these ideas of
and
products.
Be proud. This person is a young person, a developer. I'm not from university. He's able to make proper income, millions. You know, millions of that, millions of an idea. Already 2 years ago, it wasn't possible because I've been a developer before. The only for me to make money it was
just to build a website for another person.
Someone, you know. But now
things are changing.
Yeah, you know, and I laugh sometimes. I'm telling you know what? Software engineers right now, they're like it will be in Malawi. Yeah. Because now it's high time you cannot lie. You can make money. You can.
No, I think in Tawinage, it was the excuse.
Yeah.
It was a common excuse.
But not only that, but I'll tell you myself, it's in my time, right? I could create so many cool projects. But I had an issue of payments. Payment was an issue.
Yeah, so I'm saying, the payment thing was the excuse that people used to hide that. So every time Muga comes into the problem, even if you go in meetings, the problem is payment gateways. You know, we don't even assign bugs and all those things.
Yeah.
So, now that the platform is there, some of those people are just still talking about that problem.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, what are you saying?
How's a builder right now?
I'm seeing results. I'm seeing it. And then, like, trust me, I'm seeing results. I'm seeing people that are making money. And all this, so you didn't think about them, you know? You see a project, you see a project and you'll be like, this is just nothing. But these people are making actual money. And the money I get, it's just sitting. Because when you build a system, you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's making money for you. And it's 24 hours.
24 hours.
Come there, pay in line. My aim, they'll pay. You wake up in the morning,
they're trying to find their love.
Just market it.
Around 3 a.m.
Looking at Malawi, so many ideas are not here yet.
Yeah, so many ideas are not here. So I think you can just copy and people don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to come with something special.
Something special.
Just go and copy an idea that is working in South Africa, bring it here, and you
so
make
a software engineer that is watching us right now, I would say, don't wait, you wait forever, you know? The only way for you to do it is start doing something. I started PayChangu, now I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many ideas. You don't have to start your own PayChangu. You can start your own PayChangu if that is also because the piece is too big, right?
Yeah.
But there's so many problems that Malawi are facing technologically.
Yeah.
That you don't think is a problem, but it can solve so many things. I'll tell you example, Changu Food. You know? I did Changu Food, and Changu Food is one of my successful company, I would say too.
Yeah.
You know, it was the problem that I saw.
Yeah, so, that you saw because some are going to pick out. So
true. And then, let me tell you this: Changu Food is not a project that I would say I own 100% the idea.
Yeah,
I saw it somewhere. Uber works.
Yeah, and for me, it's funny when I think I was in this other place and people were like, So I was saying I had to find great Changu Food, and these guys were like, and I don't use platforms like I usually use Ndikapita Coach. I'm like, Chief. It's just a platform like this one.
Just a platform like this.
The same logic.
Just the same logic,
right?
You know, it's just taking it, and
it's crazy. But anyway, speaking about the products that you built, I'll still ask this question because people still ask it.
Yeah. True.
What does PayChangu do? Because people feel like PayChangu pays people.
Yes.
Do you pay people?
Today I had someone at the office.
Yeah.
This person registered on PayChangu way back. So he came, I was like, guys, they had to come. I still don't understand what you guys do. I'm like, I understand.
Yeah.
And trust me, I understand. And it's people say talk a lot, like not talk a lot, but people keep on saying, you guys in terms of understand. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's not like I don't know. I do know that because when you look at Target Yacht, it's a little different.
Yeah.
We're a B2B type of business. We're not a B2C.
Yeah.
So business are B2B most of the times.
People don't understand them. Yeah. That's why even companies that are big, that are making a lot of money under B2B framework, they're never seen. Yeah.
Example, or even if the way approach that we took, I think we approach a different approach because we wanted to make it different, you know? We made sure we did say. Yet, if you look at my gateways and if you do research, if you just go on Instagram, yeah, you see that they're doing it different than we do.
Yeah, no, they don't do it.
They don't.
They don't go public like that.
Yeah, they don't go public like that. They just do it. They just target. Okay, if you're gonna get my businesses, we have business people. They'll go have the meetings, book the meetings.
They just target those guys.
They target those
Yeah.
guys. But for us, we wanted to do something different. Why I wanted to do something different was, we are not the first gateway in Malawi. There are some. But when you see these guys, they also do the same approach. They target the big. They don't. You've never seen.
They don't even care about.
They don't even care about whatever. Or you
the B2C
maybe it's
kind
just
of-
quiet, you know. But for us, we wanted to do. You know what? Let's do it different.
Yeah.
Let's target even a university student.
That's why this other time, PayChangu name was everywhere.
Yes.
When you go to this social weekend, the banner.
It was
PayChangu.
everywhere.
You go to this event,
Imapezeka.
PayChangu.
Reason why we wanted to do it differently.
Yeah.
We knew, but it'll be hard for people to understand our product. Yes. Come on, let's just try it. Let's just try to do it because you never know it.
Yeah.
Who it will reach. Utakasukizwa lero koma maybe wina wake atakizwa at your office looking for a gateway because nango for the page on the gateway without knowing gateway mabanga jani but someone at the office will just mention it.
Gateway also it's not like gateway drove with us.
yeah you mention us so we knew good jabo no di until akajonjo but yeah it was fine somehow and also we try our best just to mention that this knowledge many don't just keep your knowledge good they can't know forever.
No, you have to share.
Better just to share it and you should know it. So PayChangu. We are not Airtel Money, we're not in Bamba, because that's the question that I'm about for
Yeah.
Why should I leave PayChangu? Why should I leave
Airtel Money and do PayChangu?
No. For you to transact with us, we need you to be on Airtel Money. We need you to be on Bamba because that's our partners. That's how it works. So if we are a payment gateway, what payment gateway does is linking kala wapakati. There's a business as a customer. Could to go and payment.
Yeah.
Pakati for the payment to pass.
Yeah.
Payment never carry most payment gateway.
Yeah.
So I will say example. If you're paying something on Spotify, Spotify sina bank partnership with Visa or MasterCard. They have nothing to do with that. They want to make a payment gateway. They use ADN. ADN means bank partner with Visa. But when you are paying you right, ADN means maringa drama zako wewe kumalayo no ndo hapa sa Spotify. You know? That is I've said example of Spotify because I'm being Malawi they use Spotify.
They use Spotify. Yeah.
For a girl perspective point.
Shini.
I always give example of Shini. When I go into Shini never seen the bank partner international bank you
Yeah.
Kabena Visa, Kabena Master. They partnered with a gateway. I get in the and dramas kwa pasa Shini. Mazinzema in seconds.
Yeah.
You know, for this to happen.
Yeah.
Because example, I'll tell you example. If you know Shini yako wewe today, it can take you years for you to partner with Visa.
Yeah, you can't.
Take you years. It can take you years for you to partner with MasterCard. Take you months for you to partner with Airtel. Take you months to partner with TNM. Take you months to partner with the banks.
So you're gonna spend a lot of time. So there's a more or less like a company that has bridged that
gap for you. You can just onboard on PayChangu and you have all these payment methods.
Yeah.
So now people can pay you online. If you have a store, you can now take your store online and get paid online. So that's where PayChangu comes. So if you're mostly a background company, I would say Malawians have used PayChangu kwambiri, but they don't understand. They don't even know they're using PayChangu.
Yeah.
You know? Because we have so many websites that are using us.
Yeah.
That we can see daily they're transacting. So many people. You would see someone that what PayChangu is.
They don't even know. They don't know kuti you behind the scenes. You are the ones that are powering
these payments. People can deposit money, example, on 8 bits. They don't know what it, like I said, PayChangu is there because not see us like that because we are mostly on closed doors. We are most on the back end. That's why most of our company in our category, they don't even advertise to people because
it's like I know even your business team, their focus obviously is just the businesses because it's like okay, if we go per radio or if we go there, say PayChangu,
it doesn't.
Could you be sent drama kwa pwega? What is that? It's like
So we are more example. You're a freelancer. You want to get paid. You know, it's a change that I also had, and people, so many Malawians are having that issue. And you're a freelancer. You want to get paid from somewhere. It's hard to get paid.
Yeah.
But if PayChangu you can pay, you can just go PayChangu account, create a payment link and send. We're even introducing something cool, and I'm so excited with this feature because I've been looking for this feature for a while.
Yeah.
I think this will be the first time me mentioning it.
Yeah.
We're bringing a feature where you'll be able to have a US bank account.
Oh yeah,
On
you know, I saw it in your status. Come on, you can say that. Sorry, but anyway, publicly, yes,
Yeah.
it's and I think people don't understand why a US account would be important.
It's so important than you think. Like if there's a headache that we face as Malawians,
Because you have to, where's your when you're setting up and you have to have like a BIC number, the ABA
all
and
that.
everything, right? You're like, okay, where do I put my ABA here?
Where
Like,
did I put all that?
I think once you have that account,
Example,
it helps.
just for you to get paid on even YouTube.
Monetization. Yeah.
To get paid easier, you need this. YouTube, even on TikTok, to get paid. The people that are getting gift to get paid.
Yeah.
Issues. PayPal way. You
Yeah,
your money.
We should
out of PayPal.
take your money from PayPal.
It's
People are struggling, and
Money
people
bank
don't
is-
get it because
Yeah,
maybe some of
get it.
these problems are in a specific section
of
people.
Yeah, of people. So we're launching that one. So you'll be able to now when you get a PayChangu account, we'll be able to give you a US bank account.
Wow.
Where you can use it and now link it to all these platforms.
Wow.
Upwork, if you want to work for this
Yeah,
Upwork,
yeah.
Upwork only pays your US account.
Yeah. No, I'm building my own.
This one is
Yeah,
is also-
I'm building an
and
Upwork.
and the good part is PayChangu is there.
Yeah, PayChangu is going to be
Yeah.
the processing company. Yeah, but I'm building a clone.
Yeah, a clone of it.
It's not like an idea for it's a clone.
It's a clone, so it's cool. So we are launching the US account.
Yeah.
Where people will be able to get this account and link them and get paid. Anyway.
Wow.
Because we're trying to fix problems.
See,
with
that
them.
part of having a US account, I don't know if people want, but I think they will understand.
They will understand. And the thing is, that's what I'm saying now. With the problem, like I'm saying, there's a big number of. Okay, we can launch it today. I know that by now we'll have clients that are using because they've been looking.
People have been looking for that, and specifically companies that are working for clients outside the country.
Because there are some. I'll tell you this, like Swiss Casino. There's some US companies that are working with Malawian companies, but for them to pay them due to tax,
Tax, yes, yeah.
To pay a foreign bank account.
Yes.
It carries. If they are paying you in a US bank account.
Yeah, no, it's
better.
It's better, yeah.
So they
and
prefer
I
that
think
option.
it's you who decides then on how you now link it to the local account.
Yeah. So this feature, because my way now it has in Nigeria. There's so many platforms where you can get a US account.
Yeah, even
Kenya,
US number, there are
Yeah.
companies that will give you a US number.
number and all
And
that.
people don't even know how important US number is
important.
when you're setting up these things
We
online.
like it or not, those guys are gone.
Eish.
That's where the money is.
That's where the money
we use
is.
dollars to trade.
Do you know that even there's some companies that will sell you a US address?
True.
Just for so they will have an actual address where your mail will actually go there.
Yeah, it goes there.
Specifically for the tax
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Because most of the times when you are working online, you still have to have like declare your tax and everything like that.
True.
Wow,
So
this
we
is
are
amazing.
fixing that issue too. We'll be launching that feature where you have a virtual account,
Cool.
get paid.
Looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, so you can see all these things. We're just trying to fix, the problem side on payments.
Yeah.
It's kind of with Malawi.
Yeah, I think sometimes people are happy to talk about problems without solutions.
Yeah.
And I don't know when it's tells us what sunglass, like get I say the problem in Malawi, we're not connected within this digital economy.
That's where the money is. If there's a problem,
The problem is
there.
the opportunity,
Yeah.
right? And I think we don't think like that.
Yeah.
I know of people that I have had a chat with, and I challenge them to say, because we are landlocked, because we don't have a lot of penetration even in digital and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because we have like literacy level in terms of digital is not so good.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity, because in countries where these things are better, you can hardly compete.
Yes. You can hardly compete.
You can hardly compete.
This is the day.
Yeah.
My friend, this guy,
Yeah.
Alon CZ. Yeah, Alon CZ.
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He posted in a long country.
In the wrong country, yeah.
I was like, somehow this is funny because most of us, my people that are talented, they may be creative.
Yeah.
I think we are in a good country.
In a good country. Because I will just tell you, most of the people that we have here, Tiambiri, even myself, like podcasting and everything, if I go in a different country, I'm nobody. Nobody.
The competition is too high.
Yeah, the competition is too high. The artists that we have here, there will be nobodies in a different country. Even these guys that are even Ron, if you'd go in South Africa, it'd be like, hey, guys. Yeah, but here, that's where your dominance is.
Yeah.
And if you know something, move with it and dominate more.
Don't wait.
Because this is your best.
This is your
If you go in a different country, you're going in a
do it
different country, but this is your
For example,
best.
if I launched PayChangu in Nigeria,
Yeah.
I couldn't have the same results.
No.
Never.
So for you to get a grant in Nigeria,
For you just to
the way things are, even South Africa,
Yes.
for you to just get into the market.
It's hard, you know.
Yeah.
Kumano, now it's easier because I've launched in a country where I
Because you
understand.
have a base.
I have a base.
And that base is very important.
It's so important.
That's why sometimes I know the impetus to there's a impetus. Yeah, but I know the desire, right?
Yeah.
To go outside and work outside.
Yeah.
I know everyone wants to do that because yes, the perks are good and everything.
Yeah.
But you see that most of the people that go there, even with their papers, they're nobodies.
I remember that's
nobody's there.
There was this year, I think 2023. I wanted to.
The best they can do is to wash dishes.
Yeah, I wanted to move to Dubai sometime.
Ah,
I wanted. But I was this close to move to Dubai. I think it was a time where I was doing stuff here, and then you would see people they hate one meeting. They never used to understand what I'm doing. All that. I was like, you know what? I think I'm in a country where people don't appreciate what I do. You know, they don't see the value. They don't see all these things. And what I'm doing, I think in other countries it can work because I've seen people that are doing in Dubai doing great. I was like, oh no, let me go there. Let me go live there. Maybe if I'm doing PayChangu, I'll learn it that side. You know, be that side and do stuff. I went there for my first time because I was dreaming all these things. My name was Nafika Malawi.
yeah.
And then I went there just to check the place before I move in there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to move with my family, my kid, my
Wow.
wife. It was a
serious issue.
It was a serious issue. I wanted to move that side.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Before I move, let me go check first, like the environment, everything. I went there. It was a cool environment. Yes, I could see more opportunities. But one thing that I realized was like, I think home is home. You know, I think home. If I do it proper, I could make more money that side. Because you could feel even the freedom, right?
You don't have it.
You don't have it. The freedom that you have here I can do whatever I want to do.
Bro, here with 100,000, you can go in town and be seen as a person.
And seen as a you know,
The same 100,000 to go outside.
You'll be here and you find people on social media, you know, that title that people give me, one drama, all that.
But
When
you
go
compare
that
yourself, you are nobody.
You are literally not even closer.
You're not even closer to a baller.
Like
But
a
here,
baller.
people are like, yeah, you have money.
Yeah, here you look like a big guy, but you go that side, you be like, that's why it's funny how when you work hard, you can be, you know, it's, I'm like, you know,
People don't get it.
even here in Malawi,
Yep.
you want me to see have you seen how people are living in Dubai?
Yeah.
Living in South Africa, people
Yeah.
are gone.
People are gone. People
My
are living
age
good
mates
life.
even, they are,
Yeah. People are living, are doing like serious transactions aside
Yeah, true.
because they have understood that. Because in that market they are at an upper stage in terms of what they're supposed to do. Well, here, you are the baller.
But anyway, we are lucky we are living in a country.
Yeah, here you are the baller. Say anyway, let's talk about the product that you have.
Yeah.
PayChangu as the processing company,
Yeah.
the gateway, Changu Food, which is my favorite product of yours.
Yeah.
Because I also don't like to.
Cook. Yeah, we are the same ones.
I don't even know the last time I cooked. But yeah, there's that product. What else?
There's one reason that even though I
You're
don't
still
push
pushing
it.
that product?
It's there, but I don't let it push it because, like I said, it wasn't a serious project. But fun. Do you know what's funny? I was checking today. The most transacted business on PayChangu is on number 3.
It's still there.
Like it did good numbers than you expect. It did good numbers.
I think maybe it just needs a lot of promotion,
Yeah.
or maybe it's one of those things.
Okay. The thing is, like I said, it wasn't like a project already. I was serious. And
Yeah, because I think it was more or less like you are. Of course, you're still B2B, but to B2C is closer to that because of their fans.
yeah. Because it was more of showing a use case of maybe people asking what is PayChangu.
Yeah.
Now you can't show it because people maybe are build a project yet. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, let me just build something people can just see.
And
it.
easily see, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a use case. But yeah, Indonesian guide is there. But I think my main project that I would say that are registered completely, that are
there's
proper
2.
company, there are 2.
Yeah.
It's the PayChangu and the Changu Food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, one of the things that is important, and I think you've spoken about the future. Because the future is you're having a product that you're experimenting, specifically the US card, which people understand the how important it is when they come. Specifically, even when they have their friends outside the Malawi and they want to send them money. It's like, how do I send you? Oh, go platform good. And we know the problems that comes with that. The way because of the tax.
Because the platform don't understand.
Yes. I was even caught with this other platform. I was sending money by someone from the US. I don't want to mention the company because I didn't like what they did. The person told me to open an account, and I opened the account, and the money was sent to that account. Those guys called me. It's like, okay, Mr. McDonald, we just want to verify, which country are you from? I said, Malawi. Bro, in real time, my account was blocked.
You see those,
and the money was sent back to that person.
As being African country.
Yeah, it's like you're running some.
I've had those issues so many times. I've had those issues a lot. I work with international guys, so paying me, I've had issues where my account is blocked multiple times. As I'm speaking right now, this is a company blocked my account. It has money till today. I haven't got it out. It's a lot of money.
People don't get it. How much?
They don't get it. No.
You don't want people to rob you. I was like, hey, let's go to that company. You said you have money. Let's go.
But I was blocked. Till today, and it's been years.
These are serious issues. Specifically,
even if don't even answer me anymore, and I cannot do nothing about it. But imagine a low company being able to help you. If anything happens, their office.
You go there. You're gonna march.
Where it is. At least that is easier being handled locally here.
PayChangu, Changu Food. I know you have partnerships. I don't want to go in details into who's the partner or everything, but I want you to speak to the importance of partnership when you're building these things. Because I know most of the developers, one of the problems they have is everything. They want to keep 100% of 10,000 Duwaja when they could have like a 2% of 10 billion.
True. One thing that I learned in life is you can't do it on your own. That's a boza. Never. You can't do it on your own. If you want to be far, if you want to go somewhere far, if you want to, if you want to make it, you have to work as a team. Not on a partnership, but even as in Zako, you can work with a team, come up with something and do something, right? You can be the actual owner of the idea, but you can work with people and you go far. Also, as a company, partnership, for us, most as PayChangu partnerships means the whole company, because we can't land on our own. That's the fact. PayChangu cannot be on it. It cannot be independent. It needs partnerships. It requires partnerships. It requires us to partner with the banks, partner with the Airtel Money, Mpamba, all these companies. So for us to make money, for this idea to come, it was because of that partnership. You know how it's fun how in this world, when you are inventing something, you should know that someone also can come on top of that, because that is there. Same thing, someone invented a phone. Someone invented WhatsApp. And WhatsApp, someone invented Facebook off a phone. Now Facebook is a billion company. Because of someone invented a phone. That's how it works. Same thing as us. Someone invented payment, maybe telecos and all these things, banks. Those things invented PayChangu of that. So I see partnerships. I value partnerships a lot. And partnership helps us. Could instead of us just being us, it's better to make this partner, and we try our best. Even when you look at us, for us to make money, we have to partner with these guys. Also partner with merchants, because merchants are partners to us. Without them, we can't make money. They have to make money for us to make money.
Yes.
Because
for you to make money, you have to transact.
So they have to make money. So we treat our merchant. We have to make sure we treat our merchant perfect. We do this. We partner with more merchants. We do that, because if they don't make money, we don't make money. So they have to make money for us to make money. So so I would say, I think partnership is everything to me.
Partnership is everything. How have you dealt with the challenges of you say Dan and you guys are dropout, and I know in the US that's nothing. If you're a dropout, in fact, when they're looking for developers,
this is a company hiring. Which company is that? But it's a big company. I can qualifications not required.
Yes. Now, what is happening with companies is they are pushing as much as possible to run away from people that have gone to college. They are going for the dropouts.
Dan was working for Salesforce.
Salesforce as a dropout.
they even hired him because on the interview, and of course, your qualification says I don't have. I said, okay, cool. That's it adds something, you know.
And I don't get it here. I don't get it here. We are so obsessed with.
But do you know that matters in tech? Because most of the people that goes to school, right? I'm not saying it's a good thing. I know so much developers that are in school but most of them, they do it because that's what they had. And maybe passion in many to do. They just do it because that was the available course.
Yeah.
So they do things in a school way where if they have my blocks, like you're supposed to do this thing.
I think they are the fence that school creates.
Yeah.
Which of course we call it discipline, which is a good thing. But sometimes it also distorts your mind.
Yeah.
It makes you not to take risks.
Yeah.
No, you don't take risks. So even when it comes to trying, you go by frameworks and you don't want to disrupt.
Mix it. Cubano, as for us, I built something that I've never built it before. I've never learned. Like I just figured it out.
Yeah, and
just go, you know.
Yeah, that's why. Do you know the reason? Even is it in Africa only? I think in Africa only. Maybe I don't know. It might be in other countries. The reason most of our politicians they are either a dropout or they're either nalekeza form 2 or form 4. That's why you find kuti my politicians are kukangana ngani za form 4. Quote kind of another certificate because they wanted to, because most of the risk takers that wants to go to politics and people will find this now. This is how they will understand. People that go to politics, people that will go to businesses, most of them they skip school. And there's a thing with not doing school and being a risk taker. That's why you go there, you go in a shop and you find, all he knows is just to add the numbers. No. We'll come back to that. But it is so like I am doing school. I want to do a PhD about Banos. So it's not like I'm the least person to say this, but I know that at a time that I didn't have most of the papers I have right now. I was so like I was a risk taker like that.
You put it,
but once you do all these things, you are framed in these frameworks, and then you start thinking about, okay, fine, if I do this. So instead of you thinking about a solution, you think about the limitation first. That's why I've always had a problem when I go to my meetings.
You know, I've also had a new developer, but he's Nigerian, that one.
Yeah.
No school too.
Yeah.
But that guy is a beast.
He's
a beast. Like, you know, I can just tell. You know, we know in the industry. Right? Something Dan is a beast. Should lie to you. You know, Dan in Malawi, right? I would put him. Okay, in Malawi, in my opinion.
In your opinion, if I'm trying to get the jump for you, but put your opinion out.
I've never seen a developer
like Dan
better than him.
Cool.
In my opinion, right?
How much are they paying you? I say I can double that. Wow. But okay, I wanted to clarify this. Kuti even my guys are many they have done Zimbabwe. You find kuti ka level ka school kama zikaka chokapo because you go all in. I don't know what happens with that. And I don't know how high school sometimes ima kupanga condition to think in a certain way. So I wanted to give an example of being in meetings. I have a problem where if you're in meetings, specifically if you were doing a couple of stuff and you're talking, the first thing that comes in is risk. Okay, we have this problem. Okay, let's look at the solutions. You find instead of people talking about solutions, they're just talking about the risk of any solution that you're thinking about.
Guys,
okay, let's talk about the solution. We're going to do this. Okay, but regression, yes, we know regression is going to be there. We have to fix it. Come on.
I should give you to watch. I don't know if you watched it. Have you watched the movie of Uber?
Uber, no.
Uber was good.
No.
It's a good movie. You should watch it. I've never seen a guy who was taking risks than that guy. That guy, he was just doing it. No.
Imagine how imagine how to do an Uber situation in Malawi. What do people start saying? I'm going you know what will happen with verification? Okay, fine, we're going to integrate XYZ. But what will happen with?
Just do it. You know, You should watch the movie of Uber. People, trust me, I recommend that one.
I think I'm gonna check it. I think
Movie
let me check
Uber,
it this
everybody has
weekend.
Spotify. These 2 movies. These 2 chants. This chance.
Yeah.
If you watch the movies, you'll be like, oh yes.
Because people have been risk takers, and I think school is helpful because it helps you, gives you, governs you. But
It
it doesn't.
help because trust me, I wouldn't lie, right? Even though I'm good at coding, but when it comes to the maybe I don't know how to handle them proper.
Yeah.
The school side. That's why now I have a PA.
No.
That handles that side.
That's why I'm saying, Kudi, when it comes to innovation,
Yeah.
people have felt like innovation only happens when you've gone to school.
No, that on out.
And I've said, this is my position, and this is my opinion as well. It's not the gospel truth, but people that have done better with building products are risk takers. And most of the risk takers have not been governed by the school system.
When you mention the names, if you mention the names here. And I remember, it's funny how I used to give an example of Max because, but it's Harvard. I'm like, bro, it's not about it with the education that he gets, but it's him moving out from the school system and now being a risk taker on his own.
Yes.
Just doing things on his own.
Yes.
It's that.
And I think Zimido Kalanga Gudi specific intake, prerequisite, you have to be a school dropout.
It's common. It's very common on our
but most of the guys who have done school,
I think the question was how does the people take it?
Yeah, and I'll come back to that. Most of the people that have done school Gwambiri, most of them, they build the good systems, but they can't deploy. They can't go to the market because they're afraid. They're afraid of being judged.
Yeah.
They're afraid of all the backlash that you are faced with Twitter and people saying, this kid, hey, I can't put my money there. People forget that you have to pass through that for you to get to that price.
And
where you say,
don't just win. You have to face so many things.
You have to face it.
You know, that's how it happens.
Yeah, I know people are going to jump on me. They'll be like, whoa, school. Like, yeah, I'm telling you. I'm doing my second master's right now. I have to finish it maybe in 2-3 months.
Yeah, true.
And I have to do, I want to enroll into a PhD, at least by January next year. I want to do it. But
my 12 too, there'll be a point where I'll do it because I'm still
they'll give it to you.
Yeah?
They'll give it to you. You'll be Dr. Hata. At some point. Yeah, I think Mark Zuckerberg did it, eh?
Yeah, they did it.
He went back just to do it for the sake.
I don't go pass.
Yeah, I think he doesn't even have time.
Yeah, they just gave him.
Yeah.
So for me, the question was.
Yeah, no, let's go to the question because I know specifically in Malawi, people will judge you based on your papers, and I know this specifically if people want to transact in your platform, they'll be like, who owns? Or who is part of the ownership of
this thing?
Anapita ku school nendrama mabillionaires azidusa umene kuchako afana yashaweza ngotuluka sikunake kuti beya ndrama zonse.
Okay, one thing that they forget is I'm the only founder there,
Yeah.
I'm not the only founder. There is Mr. Morgan Tembo,
Yeah.
who is a chartered accountant.
Yeah.
Has so many schools.
I should meet that guy. See, that guy when I was in a meeting with him, not directly, but in a meeting that we participated together.
Yeah.
I said that guy can talk.
He can talk when he's smart.
He's smart. I said I didn't know.
Trust me, he's someone already. I can't just lie. Even if I use technology, you can lie.
Yeah, you can be like, hey,
right?
Yeah.
Every time you do that, tomorrow he will explain whatever you just said. Exactly.
No, he's smart.
He's smart.
And people don't know. That's why I said I spoke about partnership as one of the prerequisites, which is important. But anyway, how do you still handle it? Because at the very beginning, it was just about you.
Okay. Since I'm the face, and even he says, you know what, you be the face, because the point is we're trying to make something that is for your youth. The youth should be the youth. That's why he always put me first. But he's there, and we have some people that are trying even to get processing things that are also be part of the, the shareholding thing that we're doing soon. But
if it's about sharing, all I'm saying is...
Okay.
They're
not like more shares, but
fine.
it'll be like...
Because I wanted to ask, how much are we putting?
Wait.
I want to put my money there. Okay, cool.
There'll be people that are coming in too. Yeah, but at first, I had a backlash in like people talking so many things, all these things. But now, I shouldn't lie, to be honest. Now I'm getting the best feedback ever. Right now, I think people now they have understood, because You know, right now I've been invited to almost any universities.
And it's funny, right? When every time I see you posting the university flyer,
Yeah.
I just laugh. I'm like, wow, why don't you invite your professor?
No, is this?
Why are you-
It's not me.
I'm just saying, why are you inviting this school dropout to
Yeah,
tell
but
you about?
You can just tell that we now know people understand.
People are respecting the
And
name, right? Yeah,
One thing that I like about it, when I go to universities,
yeah,
the biggest supporter, they are professors.
yeah, yeah,
They are the lectures.
yeah.
You know, soon I went to MUST.
Mm.
It was great. You could see the lectures supporting in the I went there making my speech.
In your t-shirts.
Every time I go in my t-shirt. So every time I'm making a speech, right?
Yeah,
And when my lectures,
Yeah.
maybe I'll be like, maybe these guys might judge me because of my qualifications. Right?
yes, yes.
I looked at them, they're just smiling, and then great as I'm like, oh, okay. So every university that I go, right, I get a good fit. I was at the restaurant. I was at
See you, right?
CU.
Yeah.
The lecture was so supportive. You could tell good now. They're giving an example. You see what do we teach you?
Yeah,
What this guy
this is
saying
what
here,
this guy is doing.
So now I'm telling you, like, the feedback that I'm getting now is better now than
Yeah.
it was. Now, it's like I'm getting a good feedback. Now people understand what I do, understand it, right? They understand. And even when you talk about tech side things that are coming,
Yeah.
I expect I get a call from it. If there's a tech that's coming,
Yeah.
at least they're involving me. There was a moment
Yeah.
where I never used to get involved.
Yeah.
As soon as ICT things happening in Malawi, I got a call as to be one of the speakers that side.
Wow.
You can tell now I'm getting involved.
Hey, people are like, hey, this is the guy.
Something happening at the M Hub also. I'm also there. You can tell good people are
No,
recognizing that way.
if you are talking about I take and you want to get a speaker in Malawi, obviously they'll get you to be part of that. And the reason is you have defied against all odds.
Yeah.
And one of the odds is school.
Yeah. So,
Right?
So you can just tell good the feedback is nice from people. Right? Or even myself, I can feel it. Good now the love is there. People now appreciate me.
People
because
appreciate.
I wanted that. I wanted people to understand. I wanted people to. So now I can feel it. I just go to
Guys, check this guy. He wanted the recognition. He had the money, but he was like, I still need the recognition.
I need people to understand what I'm doing. I don't want people to see me as a scammer. I don't want
Yeah.
people to see me. People think about so many things.
I
as long as we're in tech.
remember
Yeah.
the first time I heard your name. Your name came out as a scammer.
You see.
People were like, oh, that hurts. Yeah, but he's a scammer. So he steals money.
There's so many visions of me that I've hate.
Yeah.
I'll meet someone and I'm like, wait, is that even me? It's stories of me. And I've heard people saying, I do so many things. I do money laundering.
Yeah.
I do scamming. Others I do. Even Illuminati thing. It just can't.
Serious?
Because you know how I'm allowing.
I didn't hear about that.
Like I'm saying, okay, I've heard stories, even drugs have come.
Serious?
People have talked about I do drugs.
Oh no, so there's a thing with Malawi.
Yeah.
If you are making a lot of money,
Yeah.
and you are seen to make money,
Yeah.
and because sometimes you are so expressive about your life,
Somehow.
and I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. People that I know that have money, they enjoy,
Yeah.
and I think maybe we have this fake humbleness in Malawi. When it comes to being humble with your money,
Yeah.
bro, when I make it, you're gonna see.
You see
And I think
signs.
science.
Me too, if I make it, I will see it. If I make it, you see signs.
No, bro, you have made it
no,
from
okay.
the level of Malawi.
But you see it. I used to have those stories. So I
Yeah,
be honest, no
yeah,
one
yeah,
will
yeah,
wish.
yeah.
To the point where I used to go for vomeleza. I'll meet someone, I want to and I'm like, do you know, first of all, what was the vision in that? Because I was just curious to know because I would hear different visions. Then I was like, okay, so what vision did you hear? Do drugs? I'm like, guys, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't even know how weed looks like.
Yeah.
So if I don't know these things, how am I going to know drugs? Like, how am I going to deal with these things?
I think the accumulation of money
Yeah.
is what scares people. Every time people see making money, and specifically with tech, because people don't understand sometimes how
But
good money you can make
But
with
you
tech.
know what's funny? Because
Yeah.
the richest people in the world are tech. Let's be honest here.
People don't get it.
Even the richest company,
Yeah.
Apple, they're all
Yeah.
in tech.
All in tech.
Tech is where you can make money, easier money. Even you look at
And serious money.
and serious money.
Yeah.
And you do it while you're sleeping
Yeah.
without even putting much effort.
Yeah.
It's tech. But
Yeah.
people don't get it. In the other countries, it's normal. I'll tell you this: I have friends in here that makes me feel useless. Like,
And
so useless.
I think you should have friends like those. They help you.
They help you. In anybody, I try to make friends like those, right?
Yeah.
And I have good friends. I have friends that are I have friends in most different countries.
Yeah.
You know, and I make sure I force myself to have those friends. You know, one thing I'm like, I say, sometimes it's better when you just to force yourself to be in some circle, because when you're in that circle, it teaches you something. You know something, and it pushes you.
And did you know one of the things that I've learned being in circles of people that have money?
Yeah.
I say people with money, they don't speak the language you speak.
They don't.
So, okay, the language you speak would be like, after this chat, after this podcast, so I'm going to go home, I'm going to eat, obviously, maybe watch a bit of a movie and sleep.
Yeah.
Right? But people that have money, most of the times you see how they start the conversation. So, okay, so I have my Bentry outside.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're gonna finish this, and we're gonna go into the Bentry, and then we're gonna take a flight. We're gonna do this, and then we're meeting.
Let me tell you this: people with money, they're weird.
Yes.
And I'm a double. Do you know that people that have money, they work so much?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. People that have money, they work so much.
They work so hard.
They most of the time they don't sleep.
They don't sleep.
Yeah.
I have friends in Eone. Have this guy. This guy is billionaire in Malawi, right?
Yeah.
But in dollars, he's a millionaire. Not a millionaire, but mad millionaire.
Yeah.
Guy, right? This guy, I was on a call with him, like Zana. I was with Dan. I called him. I'm like, bro, I need to. I was looking surprised I want to show him. I'm like, I want to show you a project, Chan. It's Kenyan. He's like, I said, wait, I'm just buying properties right now, so I'll call you. I'm like, it's just mentioning like a normal thing, you know, like, bruh, what are you saying?
Buying property here, you have to wait for retirement.
You know, he's saying, I'm just buying properties right now, and then I called him, like it. He said, I'm at a dealership. I saw this Lexus is nice, and I want to get this one. This is the latest Lexus. I'll call you. I'm sending paperwork, and you just hear yourself. I'm like, wait, those are the problems that are making you busy right now. You see, the version, right? It's normal thing.
And the way they speak about it, even for me, is that's what pains me when I am with people that their minds are a bit lower in terms of being rich is concerned.
Yeah.
Is even when you talk about money, if you talk about, okay, fine, so next week I want to fly to XYZ because I saw this other good event, I would just want to be part of it and I'll be back. Broke mentality will be like, hey, I say, utagula tu plot.
It's always like that. Utagubanga tu chaku.
Yes, I can't be like, yeah, I hear you. Koma,
you don't know how important that will be.
That will be important to me.
The people that I'll meet on that network, you know, you don't know that important.
I think they should chill with Grey Jabis.
That's
your dash.
Yeah, they should share.
Because he doesn't know. So he's like, broke people. I don't like broke people, man. He was like, hey!
Because there's no reason why, but because it's of the mentality.
It's the mentality that
you end up
really
judging. There's many no judge because you end up making someone like somebody.
For instance, for you to mention a figure, for instance, so I say, okay, how much has PayChangu processed up to now? Be like, yeah, right now we're processed, let's say 20 billion or maybe 50 billion Malawi kwacha. Someone will look at you, hey, I said, I have some problems in like
see, that's what happens. Or you meet people that will tell you that I'm like, okay. I saw someone comment on my video. Hey, I'm like, bruh. Okay, first of all, so you know my life.
You don't even know.
Do you know how many people I help? You don't know.
And most people don't even know what the people that are rich. I know Mawomo.
Who
is going to school because of you?
Because of you.
They just want you to be the next person, influencer who's helping people via social media, and they will respect you.
And it's not like whatever we do, we show social media. We show what we want to show that side.
Yeah, and even having people, employing people, is you helping people, man.
It's a big thing.
You don't have to help people in orphanages for you to actually be helping.
So you see people judging that, I'm like, okay. But that's not that's the mentality. You never find rich people judging you in those issues.
No, when you're having this kind of conversations and you're like, okay, fine. I remember, so I just got this other job recently. And I'm talking to this other friend who's super rich. And I'm telling him the figure. It's like, so are you not considering quitting and just focusing on your startup because that money is nothing?
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I'm like, man.
I have this other friend too.
Yeah.
This guy, right? This guy has so much money.
Yeah.
He's rich. This guy, the way I met him, I met him because of he traveled here in Malawi, so he's also in tech, whatever.
Yeah.
So he met some guy. You know what? I want to meet someone in Malawi. So the guy said, I say, the way you are, you just need to meet Nohaata. Who is Nohaata? There's this guy. Just have to meet. You were like, if you want to meet, make friends here. This would be your first friend because I think this guy this would be your friend.
Yeah.
So he texted me, hi, I'm this person from this country. I was looking for someone to have a friend with here. Someone said I can have friends. Then I was just like, you know, what is this guy saying?
Yeah.
You know, I never took him serious because I'm like, I'm a busy person for me to do. So he's like, can we meet? I was like, oh, I'll tell you when I'm free. We'll meet. Keep on delaying. This other day, this guy that showed up at my office.
Yeah.
Like, hi, you are busy. I just showed up. I'm here. You know, just to talk. I went there. We started talking. You know, you could hear him talk about numbers and all that. I'm like, this guy just exaggerating or something. It was just like huge numbers.
Yeah.
Ash. And then we started getting to know each other more.
Yeah.
Everything that he said was true. And this guy has so much money. But every time Messi he comes in Malawi, he comes with people. Dan has met him. He's always hyping me up. Do you know how old is this kid? This kid is young, but you see, he has these things. He's a genius. I'm like, bruh.
But you are the one who has money.
You are the money. You know, but he's always, because he usually stays at my Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
So when he's coming with people, he'll stay there. So, you know, I go there. He's always hyping me up, you know, introducing me to people. You know, this guy is a genius here. Hey, whatever, all this. Like, I'm like, bruh, but you're a big guy. This guy will talk about numbers as nothing. You know, I also work for him on some things, right? He'll tell me, Nohaata, just please do this. I mean, I'll be paying you $2,000 a month. I can just like, I'm like, bruh, do you know how much that money if I convert it in my
If I convert that money here, it's gonna be some crazy figures,
You know, this guy will just, I will do something easier. He just throw me into him. He'll put it as goodie, a friendly favor.
Yeah,
okay?
it's a friendly favor.
You know, just give you 1,000. Just do this, and they always pay me in dollars, right?
Yeah.
They just say, you know, just do it. I'll pay you 1,000. Please, you know, like maybe he's begging me. I'm
like, Ash.
Why Malawian company pay me that money? You know, it'll be hassles.
Just,
you know,
just bring the money.
Hassle,
just
you know,
bring the money.
It'll be a simple feature. This one is something that is doing. Just help me this. I'll pay you 2,000. He's just says as
yeah.
But
and I think I like chatting with people that are rich because one thing that I've seen is the flow of money is not a big issue.
Yeah. You know,
it's like you can exchange money. Like that.
One of the best podcasts that Podcast Malawi did.
Yeah.
I never expected it. I was watching in somewhere, but I liked it. Was Namadingo's podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that one. I think from Marisiro because.
And we spoke about it in Blantyre,
right?
We
we talked about it. That was a good podcast because that guy. But you're saying people don't. They lie. They hide it in a humble way. You know how people hide it in a.
They want to be seen as humble, but in reality, they're just having a poor mentality, and they want to back that poor mentality.
They want to back it, and people just don't know. When I was thinking about it, people with money, they must keep it, because not because they want to keep it, because if they do it, people want to matama, so they just keep it. You know, to go cars on this side without showing it. Because I'll say example here. People say there's a say if you show off money in Malawi, it's bad. People say it as omadama bad.
Yeah.
But do you know what that's good? Because that can influence someone to have money.
And it's a good motivation.
It's a good motivation.
It's a good motivation.
If you see a fellow Malawian making it, if you know the story behind things, if you know the story behind, if you knew the story behind NBS Bank, National Bank, all these things, it motivates
you. They know the moment you say, okay, this is how I made my money. It's like, hey, you help them.
Even myself, I have my influencers. I lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like I watch their vlogs.
I do that as well.
I do it. I would do it. And it motivates me. It puts me in a mindset. It puts me in my virtual world where I imagine myself.
One of the weird guy that I watch is Andrew Tate. Okay, I watch him for the.
Wait, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We're watching Andrew Tate. Okay, no. We're working this day. Me and Dad, right?
Yeah.
Then I wow, that what?
Hey.
So we're watching. So it's not over. Like, you know, like, my 3 a.m. we're tired, right?
Yeah.
And then Dan went on TikTok. The first video was Andrew Tate says, don't get tired. Work hard. You know, whatever. And he said something as well. He said that. Never give up.
Yeah.
You can't say the word I give up without saying I gay.
Oh, yeah. But he says we don't care. You still have some gay elements in you. Yeah.
So that video, then they called me, bro. I'm opening my PC again. And then says I don't want to. Like that motivated him not to stop working, to continue working because of what Andrew said, you know.
Yeah.
But those people don't realize how that can change how you think, how you view things. You know? It's the same way when you have lived your life in Malawi.
Yeah.
And then you just travel for the first time.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Everything changes, man. If you feel like, okay, we're to do that. Because you're like, you're challenged.
You feel like you've been living in a lie. Like, these people have been living like this all this while, and I didn't know. Like that. So
crazy,
people don't realize how. Okay, we're not saying now okay, there's showing off the two different ways, right?
Yeah.
But then they'll get money and show people. If I didn't run money, I don't recommend that.
Nah.
But people are just doing it to
You should live your life.
Yeah.
If you're buying property and you're showing property, live your life.
Live your life. People that are living their life.
If you have bought Kajina jacket for your kids and your family, you're free to show it.
You're free to show it.
Yeah.
It will motivate someone.
It's like, I gotta work hard, man.
You know, when you look at this Pingaja is great.
It's rich, man.
He's rich.
And he made his money. So, what?
Myself, I get motivated when I see him. Because he's one of my role models. You know, he's FDH is a financial institution.
Yeah, so you're going in the same route.
Yeah, in the same direction. I'm like, I want to be. If I didn't know that he exists, if I didn't know that he has that money, I couldn't have anyone to get motivated.
Yeah. Let me give you another person that you should follow. I think go and listen to the audiobooks of this guy because you're gonna get challenged as well. Yeah. Donald Trump. Bro.
Yes.
That guy. Despite whatever he's doing, that side,
Nah, that guy.
When it comes to the art of the deal, I think there's another book that I've been listening to. But the kind of negotiations, the kind of mindset that he gives you, you're like,
You can just tell, Woody.
I don't have to sleep, man. I don't have to sleep. I have to wake up.
You have to wake up.
And sometimes I even wonder, right? And I think with you guys I click because I'm a guy that I don't even know how to sleep before 12 midnight. Because I'm also trying to do this. So juggling with a day job and you also want to build. You know what happens. It's crazy, right?
It's just crazy.
Yeah, but
something it's like I have to build.
I
have to be in the office.
You have to be in the office. You have to answer emails.
I have to also be in the meeting. Scheduled meeting. So someone will schedule a meeting in 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
And then I have to, I have my schedule. I have slept at 4 a.m. So I have to.
I saw some post that you did. Your PA, you say that you're sleeping around 4.
Yeah.
And your PA was like, okay, while you're sleeping at 4, remember you have an appointment at 8.
You see all that. So it's just ace,
crazy, man.
Managing it all the time, So it's always up and down, doing that, doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
Do
you advise people to build alone or to find co-founders?
It depends too. Okay, first of all, for me, I would say if you're finding a co-founder, right? At first, when I'm kind of Siana, when a career is good at something, and you're good at something, that works. Because we end up arguing a lot somehow.
Yeah, I think tech co-founders, they can always fight. Yeah, because it's like,
when you find someone who's good at business side, he knows how to handle the business while you're busy coding, right? You're busy coding, you're busy whatever. Because I'll tell you this right now, I don't need a code by now, because now I'm in this space where I handle meetings, I handle that, I handle so many things, right? You have no idea my schedule, how my day is. I have to deal with Changu Food.
And people need to know that we started scheduling this a while ago. We wanted to do this
a while ago,
He was supposed to fly in last week.
Yeah.
And then, I just said,
so many.
Your schedule is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even my people know. You know how for me to get a PA, it's not like I wanted to get a PA. They had to force me, people.
Yeah, we're like,
no, you much. You need to fly in a PA for you because you even schedule for me to remember schedules to do whatever. It's so hard. It's because of the schedule that I am, right? So because I have to make sure the security side reports follow the task as a CTO, developer side, because we have more developers right now. So I have to share a task. Also have to think of an idea of, okay, we should bring this feature, we should do this, because I'm good at that. I'm good at
thinking, yeah, which is that.
That will be testimony. But how did you come to think about this? But we get the situation where I would think about something that is, so I have to share it. Okay, I've thought about this thing. You do this, do this. I have to report to this. I have to help people. I have to do that. I have to do. So I have a lot of things that are going on, right? So they had to even force me. Would I say no? You need to get a PA. But I've forgotten what we started. I think because we were talking about what.
Remember that solo founder. And,
I was solo founder.
Yeah.
So when you get someone already is good at business side, it helps. Could you focus on coding while someone is busy pitching the idea, doing these things, doing all these things? But before you even pitch idea, that I give people is make sure you build the product first. The business guy should have the mind your business, how we launch it to the market, what the market needs. I'll tell you example, when I was launching PayChangu first vision wasn't like this until I met my co-founder, which is Mr. Morgan Tembo. Mr. Morgan Tembo understands the business, understand the corporate, they understand what.
And I think people, every time you refer him to Mr. Morgan Tembo, if he can be here, people will be like, yeah, I think this is a Mr. Morgan Tembo. Because the way he carries himself is like, yes. Yeah, so I think the choice of a co-founder was good there.
Yeah, so he understands that side. He's not telling me, okay, we need to do this for people to understand. We need to make it like this, make it like this. Me as a tech side, I'll now go implement those things, Now, when started growing, right? The company now is growing. We are transacting so much money. We are growing. So many things are happening. We have so many clients. We have thousands of clients that are dealing. So now we have to have more team now. So that's why the other engineers come in, they fix that side. Now the team comes in. So now I'm at a point where so many things are happening. Now now the tech team feels safe because I know that I can guide them. I can tell them what to do. This. So sometimes bidding alone, sometimes it's frustrating also, because you have to do business work.
It's weird, man.
Build work.
It's weird.
So you end up bidding a product already. It'll die.
It'll die in your PC.
Yeah, it'll die in your PC.
In the local host.
It'll die there. You don't even go there. It'll die. You can be a great programmer. You can be something good. But that then doesn't guarantee you will make a successful product.
Yep.
Doesn't guarantee you that you will be rich. Something I'm a musician. You can be a great musician. You can be a great singer. If you don't know how to market your music.
Yeah.
You die just with a great voice.
Speaking of music, last week the podcast Malawi team had a Teddy.
Yeah.
It says that you paid for the music video for this song. What was the song?
Oh, Maliri.
Yeah. I was like, you've been around.
Yeah, I've been around that side.
You've paid for so many music videos for most of the artists, huh?
Yeah. I've done.
And you've been humble about it. But the moment you just buy yourself the latest iPhone, people are like, who's it? Too.
Yeah. So you see those small things that people don't. And I didn't watch that. I'm glad.
You didn't check it? Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
maybe they didn't do like a snippet around.
Oh, I saw a snippet yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw a snippet, but I think today I watched the full episode.
Okay.
I didn't watch the full episode.
No, check it out. Yeah, there was a part where your name was mentioned. I think it was talking about the management. Yeah. And I think there was a new wave platform in Age.
Yeah.
And how I think you were just too busy to focus on that.
Yeah, true. Because Teddy has always been my friend, I think, for a while.
Yeah.
He's always been my friend.
Yeah.
So I think on Malede song, that was one of my favorite songs of
Teddy.
And Teddy, we are friends, right? So I think I'm the person that I judge him because when he make a song, I'm to Mizia, I say,
right, City Bo.
So I've been arguing about him making nyimbo somehow, him making Malawian target audience songs. So when he made Malede, when I listened to it, I was like, I say, this is it. And I challenged him, I say, you like it or not, this will be a first song to hit 1 million views. And I was literally, that's why I had to do the video. We did, and spent so much money on that video. We did the video.
Yeah, it was a good video, man.
Yeah, a good video, everything. And I told him, I made a promise to him. I told him, if Malawi doesn't reach 1 million,
1 million.
I'll give you 1 million.
Yes, he mentioned it.
He mentioned
okay, just watch the show.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
Just watch it because I think there was a part where he mentioned, but I think I wanted to bring it in because the value of you also being found in other people's lives and helping them has been one of those things. Anyway, let's push a bit. Let's move on. I wanted to talk about the bigger picture for you.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about blockchain and AI because I always want to bring these topics. But I want to talk about the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture for you? Do you want to become a bank? Do you want to become the bank in Malawi? Or do you think you want to do an IPO?
I want to become better on the bank side. I want to become...
Okay, fine. I'm coming with a bunch of questions. IPO, because I think if PayChangu is going to be on Malawi Stock Exchange as the first Malawi company to do so, I think people can put a lot of money in there. And I think we need to, right, to buy
even right
shares.
now, trust me, I have no idea how many people approach me to get shares right now.
Yeah, I'm one of the person that I need the shares.
It's a big
I've been asking for it.
It's that. Well, even for myself, like I get so many people pushing me, bro, we need to get this. We see your thing. We believe in this. We need to get this. But the only problem is, first of all, for me, it's about the money. But there's something that I'm building, right? There's a lot of things that I vision PayChangu. PayChangu, it's not about only payment working.
Yeah,
there's so much. My vision is too big.
Yeah.
Trust me, like since maybe 40, I don't do it now because of this the greater that we have to fall, right?
Yes.
But there's so many that maybe we would have launched. Two, we don't want even to frighten people for so many things.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to give them one thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
And keep on just.
But
yeah,
the vision is too big.
Okay, fine.
Like so big, and there's a lot of things that I want to build. So sometimes when you when you're starting, it
doesn't work well. Yeah, and I think for shares now.
Yeah.
Maybe this shares where in front of on page I'm going to find great now 10 shares going to kind of sit on the board. I think avoid that one for now.
That's the reason why I don't.
Yeah, that one is a crazy one. I think the best one is when you can get on an IPO level where we could be buying shares through my agencies.
My agencies.
Yeah, so
we're getting there too.
You can flood maybe just 20%. And then people will fight over them
for
some time.
We want to also build value. Because if you imagine if you guys are seeing it value today.
What about 10 years?
10 years.
Or 5 or
years.
something, yeah.
Where is it going to be? You
know?
We also want to build value. First of all, we have to show you that we are building something that is real.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
We don't want to be that company where we're just hungry of money, like we just want to raise money as soon as possible, you know, and I want to get myself a Lamborghini.
No, stay in the nice apartment. Brandon was telling me, she said, you know, yeah, sometimes people are like,
no.
Money is supposed to pay for that.
Yeah,
people are...
That's why I'm saying I sleep the whole night. So what's the point?
What's the point? You're not even...
whole night. Not sleeping and living in life like
yeah.
So that's Kumano, the bigger picture is for us, there's a bigger picture. There's so many things that we are building, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things, there's so many visions, there's so many. So we're trying to make it, we are trying to put our position itself to people to accept it. Should be there.
Should be part of the conversation. And I think I was talking to someone yesterday. They were supposed to come. They'll come as a guest, I think, after this show, the other week. And I think immediately we were talking about something that they want to bring into the picture. They're like, PayChangu. So I'm like, okay, fine. I think that's...
You see, we're now being in the conversation.
Yeah. Automatically, right? Without even doing anything.
You can tell. I was even excited. Not excited, but I was just wowed on when I saw I got nominated for the awards.
Oh, yeah, that was those things, yeah.
And then there was Nohaata PayChangu there. You can just tell, okay. You people are giving, people are giving attention to it.
Yes.
They know it. They know what it is.
People are respecting the brand.
So to get to a point where it's normal, right? It's there. So when they're saying, okay, cool, now guys can get, we have 20% that is there, people can get that.
Yeah.
When you're buying, you know what you're
because for you guys, if you raise, because it's about the expansion as well. Because if you are saying, Goody, you want to raise, maybe through the IPO, you want to raise, I don't know, maybe 5 million, 10 million US dollars. Yeah. The question is always for what, right?
Why? Yeah.
And I think
it's what and why.
Yeah, and what and why. So it has to match. Anyway, do you think you're gonna sell this company at some point? You're gonna do an exit?
That's an interesting one. We can or we can't. It depends.
I had the past guest I had, I think, sold his company for 16.2 million pounds.
Yeah. Okay, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
Yeah, if it makes sense.
If it makes sense, because exiting in two ways. People can exit and also still be there somehow.
Yeah, and you know what has usually happened most of the times when they come. If I come to buy a company, for instance, if you come, I have all the money in the world, and I say I'm gonna buy PayChangu, I can't buy PayChangu and fire you.
Yeah,
because if the moment you do that,
you ruin the company.
the company's dead.
I'll give an example.
Yeah,
Stripe was bought.
Stripe
is PayStack.
PayStack.
We mentioned about PayStack sometimes. In the general fintech, it's like us, also a payment. But they are bought by. They are bought. It's also a payment system like us.
Yeah,
they are bought by a payment company in USA called Stripe.
Yeah, I know Stripe. Big Stripe, company.
Yeah, Stripe bought PayStack at $250 million. But the founder, the CEO is still the CEO.
Everyone is there.
Everyone is there. But they bought it. But now it's Stripe by
PayStack by Stripe.
Yeah, they bought it. The Stripe was majority shareholder of the company now.
Yeah,
So yeah, we might exit. It just depends on the situation and how much it is, and also deal, right? It depends also what are the conditions, right? Are they buying it just to kill it?
No. Yeah, I think
that's what matters.
Buying out of competition that people just want to buy your company and kill it. It's a bad way to sell. I think if it's your baby, you've seen it grow. It's your story, right? It's your legacy, and
that matters. It's better to keep on learning it, either than just because I want it to be a legacy. It's there, even if I'm not there anymore in those years. But PayChangu should still be there.
Should be there.
It should be. And same thing. National Bank started in 1990s.
Yeah. And those are the stories we need.
Yeah, but still today we still look at it and we still push it and still doing.
Brands don't have to die with their founders.
No,
brands should exist beyond founders, and I think we can only do that if we always think about the bigger picture.
Yes. So even if I'm exiting, it has to be that. It has to be like, okay, PayChangu is PayChangu. PayChangu is still moving. I'm exiting. Maybe I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there's so many ideas out there. I can exit and start something else.
Yeah. In fact, most of the people that have exited, they have found something else.
They found something else.
Yeah.
Even myself, even though I know, even if I exit, I'll still be around financial side. Because there's so many ideas in finance that I've seen that I want to explore.
Yeah.
But now I can't explore because so many things happen. So if I exit, trust me, you end up seeing another fintech coming in.
Of course, usually when people are buying, they usually tell you that don't go this direction. Don't be a competitor.
No.
Yeah.
If I exit on PayChangu, it's not like I can build something as PayChangu.
Yeah.
I can build something that is even a client of PayChangu.
Yeah. So at least,
because trust me, an example, right? In financial things, there's so many things.
There are so many elements.
Finance that lending money. Yeah. There is mobile money side of it. There's just money transfer apps. There's limit side. There's so many things. So in there's so many sectors in that side.
How was your success as a founder impacted your family? Say panopa madara ni master good shit.
To work. There's still work, but now the story changes. Even
the story changed, eh?
You know how even their friends treat them now is different. You can just my dad
with that prodigal son.
Now even how now my dad always say, every time I go somewhere and then I just complain little things, even like, but you have a son, you have a son.
I don't have cement.
Yeah,
like, but you have a son.
It's always that. But you have one who doing something. Now you can just tell when I got nominated for the awards. My dad knew, not because but friends, his friends. Your son doing this, that's what you should do, like all that. So, but now. Yeah, now I'm in Blantyre. Now I started my parents now.
Yeah.
Now I'm based in Blantyre.
Yeah. And how does your mom look at it? Because moms are always like...
My mom is my best friend, I would say. Okay, yeah. I would say I'm a mom's boy.
Mama's son. Mama's kid, eh? Mama's boy.
Yeah, you can't go a day without her calling me.
Yeah.
Like, she calls me every day. If you check our chat, it's always...
You have reminded me I was supposed to send my mom some money.
Yeah, it's always like that. It's always like that.
Hey,
so my mom, I can tell you 100% without even confirming. She's proud of me.
She's happy, huh?
Yeah. And she tells me that all the time. Even my dad. My dad tells me, that all the time.
I'm
Every
happy.
time something happens, I always say, my son, I'm proud of you. You know,
Yeah.
I think that was every son, we're always chasing that.
You're chasing that. You're chasing that kind of
we're
approval
chasing
from
that
parents.
approval. Well, it's something that is great. I don't know, even for myself, right? Because there was a moment where there was a disconnection between me and my dad.
Yeah.
There was that, and it was bad, right? To that point, to now him telling me that I'm proud of
you.
you. It was a big moment for me. I was like, wow. I think now I've made it in life. That's the point that I realized. I think
some people be like, as long as I don't care about family, but family is very important.
Yeah.
Trust me, it keeps you sane, but also it makes you
for me.
fight.
For me, I think I'm a family guy. And I think I'm a family. That's why I think so. I end up. I think I have a wife.
Yeah, you married when you were.
Yeah, I was young because.
How old were you when
I
you?
was 20.
20.
Yeah, I was 20. So
wow.
Reason being is my dad. He was the available dad. The dad that was around.
Okay. So the present dad.
The present dad.
Yeah.
That's my dad. Then my dad. I'll tell you this. I can guarantee you today. If you meet my dad, you come tell me with your dad is the most chilled person ever.
Oh.
The uncanny. Like if you have a problem with my dad, you have an issue somehow.
Yeah.
Like you go today, you chill with him. He always know how to blend in stories.
Yeah, those are the people that
yes.
The time you realize that it's 2 hours is
it's gone. Yeah, that's my dad. So my dad, he used to like come from work and then he doesn't drink too. So you come kunyumba kuja, tikalana rose basidu my dad, my mom will stay together, and then as it's gonna be how his day was, the work, Chan, he used to be that. So I was used to that. I'll go home, I'll find my dad. We're watching something. We are together as a family, watching that.
So that was your definition.
Yes. So when now I moved of my parents' house, started staying alone, even though that's why there was a disconnection. Was like, my son, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I know. Specifically for parents that would want to protect you from danger, they think that maybe you'll be affected so much out there. You can't survive.
It was that hint that happened. So when I was even staying alone, I missed that. I missed staying with my family.
So you wanted a bit of like meaning.
Yeah, I wanted that. So that's the reason why I wanted. I was like, in my head, I want me to. Sometimes that's why I noticed how we treat our kids. They also affect them. Parents can affect how we grow up, how we do these things, how they see these things. Because for me, I was like, I want to be like my dad. I want to create a family too. I want to be a present dad to my son. I want to have that moment where I'm back at work and then I'm with my son. We are talking, all that things. And that's why I wanted a son so much.
And you got a son?
Family. Yeah. That was the best part, about.
How did you negotiate? It's like, I need a son.
Then now you see the name is the same. My dad gave me the same name. I also pass it there.
Your name is, your dad is Hat?
No, my dad gave me Nohaata.
Nohaata, yes.
No, that's not his name, but I gave the same name to my son.
So your son is Nohaata.
Is a junior. So just creating that legacy the same as. Yeah. So now my dad is always at home now. He goes to my son. So and now every day we talk, everything. Whenever he can do anything without involving me, he involves me. Even in things that I'm like, oh, Dad, you can involve me in this, Yeah, so now we're closer.
How many kids are you at the family?
We are 6.
6.
Yeah, and in the number, I'm number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm number 4.
So you have some siblings that also say, Hatandwa what?
Yes.
But you were a prodigal kid at some point.
Yeah, I was a prodigal kid at some point.
Who left Blantyre to come to the city.
Yeah.
To do some deals.
I did a mistake. We are 7.
7. Okay.
My name is Nohaata 7. We are 7. Okay.
Oh, Nohaata 7 because you're
No, but I'm just saying it's matching somehow.
But
my name is Nohaata 7. That's my full name.
Yes, the 7, but you also have 7. There are 7 kids as well.
Kids got.
Okay. Cool. Interesting, man. I think your life is a very interesting one. At the time that you're getting settled with your woman, I think Twitter was all over. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Twitter has been.
I think I was.
You have had like that kind of relationship.
I never used to like Twitter. I never used to tweet.
I
was afraid of Twitter because of the same thing. I would see people getting cooked there, whatever.
Yeah. But people
until people started my topic.
People cooked you, man. I think
And it was bad. It was literally.
But I think you and the family stood through that, right?
Yeah.
And I think later on everyone felt like whatever that was happening that time was just a mistake. And I think now I'm getting it that because of family that you were used to family. And sometimes, I think you felt like you needed that.
And you know how, I'll say this, right? I've heard people saying, you know how people, I just assume, because we are young, and wanted somehow. But to me, I swear with this, I wanted it. And I knew what I was doing. I wanted that,
No, people wanted to do that because I think having a kid has always been defined by some standards. And I think they felt like you guys never met standard.
I remember my friend, Excess is my friend. When I told him, I say, remember. Like he said that, and then
we'll cook you.
My brother goes and I say, and now he always laugh about it. I'm like, I say, if they didn't I say, he always tell me, I say, if they didn't you are done. But it ended up being good because even for me, another reason why I wanted a kid was also too. I like I said, I like watching my influencers out of it. So there was this influencer that I liked so much. He said he has also a kid. He had a kid at 20 years old. And he said, the reason why he wanted a kid is he wanted to get focus. Like
true.
Do things on Zagis or cars.
True.
So there's something, that pushes you to work so hard.
True.
So that was another reason. But when I didn't have a kid, I swear I would say this. And then I'll get money and I'll just blow it. I'll just do whatever I want.
I think kids give you meaning.
Specifically
when it comes to developing whatever you want to do, even legacy. The name legacy or the word legacy comes to you most of the times when you have a kid because you think about them.
Because for me, whatever I do in my life, it involves him. Everything. Like I have to make sure my kid goes to a good school. What should I do? Required. That's the only way for my kid.
So the only way you can pay for those school fees. I don't know. It's crazy, man. These days, like. Even for kindergarten, you're paying 800,000 Malawi kwacha. Like, come on, guys.
The kids staying in upstairs house. Cool. Now I want my kid to
experience the same life, and people don't have to say anything about. Come on, you have worked so hard for that.
That's the point.
You don't sleep for that.
As in, where do you stay? I stay in Nemawa. It sounds cool. It doesn't sound cool when you hear it. Now it's for them. So
it's for them.
That's the point. So for me, having a child, having a family area, it was for me to be focused because I'm young. There's a lot of temptations that comes.
True.
When you're young, I've seen it. When you're young, when you're getting money too.
Specifically money,
there's so many temptations that comes that I've seen it. There's so many loves that comes. So many things. Life changes. Like, trust me, my life is no longer the same that I used to.
People.
I grew up Amalo. The respect that I get is different than that.
People change stories, eh?
It changes when you go there. You can just feel the presence. People can know. So that comes with a lot of effects. If you don't take it from above, you end up. Those can be the point that ruins you too.
Last one on family. How does your wife handle specifically when it comes to sleeping late and talking to Dan throughout the night? Because that's sort of the issue.
If was a daddy I say, hey, I think I want to get a guy 2 minutes. This point. But one thing I like about her is she's so supportive. I met her when I had nothing, to be honest. I met her when
she believed in the dream.
She believed, and now I look at it in Masega, or even the Akati Masega I used to be, that guy where it's like giving fake promises.
I'm gonna make it.
I'm going to make it. I used to be that guy. Babe, I'll buy you a car. Yet you don't have a car. You know that one. I used to be that person. Every day it's like, to end up I said, I'll buy that car.
Wow.
We'll do this. And the one thing about her is, trust me, whenever I tell her something today, she believes it more than anyone else. Because I've shown her it's possible. We do this now. We have them. Most of the life that we have right now, we have imagined it before.
Which is a powerful thing to always have.
You have to
imagination and creating that through your words.
So I used to imagine things. I used to think things. The car that I drive right now. I've seen it somewhere and I told her, I'll buy this car. Now I have it. So she believes in these things, right? So she has me building all these things to a point where we are at this point. So she knows, she understands. That must be a cigar and attention. And now imagine I'm in Lilongwe, now we're staying in Blantyre. I'm not, there was a point where I would travel because I want to travel.
Yeah.
But now
You travel because of business.
Because of business, So this distance, as my mom was kind of around. But now she understands and she knows goody. At the end of the day, it's a beneficial. It's for our future. It's for our kid. It's for us.
Yeah.
So she's one of the supportive person that I have in my life.
It's a good thing, man.
Like it's someone that I even see and I'm like, I think God knew that I should have this person.
Yeah.
Goody, I should get this support. I should get this someone.
Balance you to an extent.
I can get depressed sometimes.
And people don't know.
Yeah.
The entrepreneurship journey is so depressing.
It's so depressing. Sometimes you can.
Something cannot work. Some deals can crash.
Because the thing is, imagine right now, right? I have over 50 staff.
50? Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy number.
That's a crazy number. And you think about it today. What if this thing fell? I have to disappoint all these people.
It's a big...
It's a big thing
people don't get it.
Understand.
People don't get it.
I have seen it like that. Yeah.
I've built businesses in different times of my life. Yeah. And even now I've stuff.
Yeah.
And I know when even month end is coming, you're like, fine.
You see that straight.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And it's only women that who understand that kind of thing. If they are good ones, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this is okay, fine. This happens. And
this happens. There's one that chews you up there.
Yes, chews you up.
So it can get sometimes depressing, but at the end of the day, God is good. We have been managing. But we get to that point where you're saying, okay, but now this is the situation. At the end of the day, I'm supposed to be the one to handle it. I'm supposed to be the one to handle it. So it gets to that point every time. Let's be honest. Everyone goes to that point.
Yeah.
She's always the one to make sure that, of course, you can just tell people, right?
Yeah.
So she's always, I'll pick you up.
Those are the situations where you need a woman in your life.
I
think it's very important. I hope Dan is listening to that. So that
Dan, you're listening. The good thing is this one is because I was encouraging my friend.
Get someone.
Get something.
Don't just be a developer.
Yeah, you have to just
code is not gonna comfort you.
Yeah. So,
all right, cool. Let's go to close a bit. I think I want to just talk about these two things: blockchain and AI. You and I will talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about.
Let's start with AI.
I wanted to talk about this so much.
Yes, AI. How are you taking advantage of AI now?
This, if you're a software engineer and you have nothing to do with AI, don't apply at PayChangu. Don't apply.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
Trust me, AI is changing the game.
It is, man.
You have no idea how many things that would have taken us months we are achieving in a day. Imagine months to a day. That's a big difference, right?
Big difference.
From a month to a day. So many things that AI is doing us, is helping us.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest.
Yeah.
You can sometimes do a computer's job more than a computer.
No, you can't, man.
You can't. The computer does it better, So, I always thank AI for coming because AI has helped us so much.
It has saved you in so many ways.
So many.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to build this platform. I'm not gonna name it, but one of the things that have been troubling me is language translation.
Yeah.
To say, okay, fine, I want to build like a video thing, but I want to deal with translation. And you're almost thinking about, okay, how do you do translation? Do you know what has happened with Google 2 days ago?
Yeah.
They've launched this other Google Meet
that's able to translate
real time.
Yeah, in real time.
And now if I do an API for this platform, it means that people will be able to speak and be able to connect in different languages
without having
easily like that. So for people that are building, this is like a good moment.
We use this other programming software which is called Kesa.
Yeah, Kesa, yeah.
But otherwise, it's like one of the best programming software engineer. Programming.
Bro, people will fight you. Some other people are saying Replete. I don't know, you guys, if you're using Replete. But I know Kesa is...
So using Kesa. Kesa is not... Kesa is the number one. You should check it.
Yeah. I think should be. I know Kesa.
This software is so... like a heaven sent to us. Because it helps us so many things. We can finalize things that would take us months. We do it in days or hours, So, for me, right, I want someone who can get a job done easier and faster than when I got taken how. I want us to list the deadlines.
Yes.
That matters. If there's an issue, it should get fixed as soon as possible. If we're shipping a product, you should ship it as soon as possible. That matters to our clients because we have clients that are asking for some specific things that they want based on their businesses.
Yeah.
But with coming with AI, we've been able to help clients fix something easier, to do all these things easier, and just even productivity maybe we have right now, it's faster. I tell you, we have a graphic designer at the office. This graphic designer is the best designer I've ever worked with also. This guy uses AI so much and he understands AI. But if you check our posters on social media, they're always the best. People always commenting, you have a good designer, you do this thing.
Yeah, and it's funny that I've known people who are busy still working with Photoshop. I know Photoshop has some AI extensions.
Yeah, but
but you have to understand that
but
things
this guy
have
also
changed.
works with Photoshop, but he changes things. Example, you want to get a model. Now we can get a model no one else can find it. You understand? AI can give you a model that you want to use in your picture that no one else will find it.
Yeah.
Instead of, if you look at our posters most of the time, you will not find us using any model use a model.
Yes. I know, because you guys are using prompts right now to get the best models, because that's where the future is. Where you're getting like unique features.
I'm not saying it's also a good thing to empower people to get the models, right? But you just need a poster like that.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to stress with.
You don't want to stress with so many things. With AI, you're able to do that and you're able to generate.
Yeah.
So for me, AI, trust me, I'm a supporter of that.
Yeah, true. Even for me, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can hire a model to do any of my work. There was a time I remember in my old company. I had a model in some of the posters. I remember there's this other lady. We had to get her just to take pictures of us so we can use her for our posters. But now, why would I need a model?
Yeah, now there's AI.
Anyway, I think let me correct myself on AI. The top AI development tools in 2025, developer endorsed. The first one is GitHub Copilot. There's Kesa, number 2. Yes, my replit is not even there. Cloud Opus by Anthropic is there. Tab 9 is there, and the last one, I think, just top 5. OpenAI Codex is also there.
So Kesa is doing good, doing so good. They have raised money, a lot of money, and then the AI is also accurate in generating code, right? It gives you the actual better code, even though it needs a human. So AI, people don't understand. AI cannot completely replace people. Same thing, I cannot say, how far Daniel, I'll use AI only. It's impossible. It also needs human input there. So it helps. Maybe some specific things, replace it. Come on, coding. If you want to get a best product, you need also a programmer who knows what he's doing.
It's about the people, man.
Yeah, it's about the people. So the people now understand, the one that prompts. Because prompting is also a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill.
I can give you the same tool. I can get some too, but I can do something better than you.
Yeah.
When you can do something better than me, because you know how to prompt.
It's about the prompting.
So it's prompting. So even on graphic designing, I'll tell you this, I don't know how to prompt to get a better model yet. But William, our graphic designer, this guy can prompt everything. When you feel he can prompt almost every single thing and you get the exact results because he's good at that. So one thing I can tell to people, I can advise is, if you are in every field that you are in, just include AI too. And
I agree with you. I can't dispute.
You do work faster.
I promote AI across the world. That's my day job. I talk AI. From this morning, I was talking AI from I don't know what time. But I've been talking AI up to the time you're coming. You found me in a meeting talking about.
Even for us, to do money laundering issue in our system, to monitor my flag transactions, do all this. We're using AI to do that.
Yeah, and AI is going to do a good job.
Because we cannot do it manually. It take us time. We will miss some people. But now AI is able to just to get my part and then I get this.
Yes.
Reports all that, get all that, and give us better reports faster. We're using AI on that.
That's a good man.
When it comes to
blockchain, because you have been a trader and
I've
people have known
and
you.
I have so many products in blockchain. I have so many.
I saw something.
You saw something.
I saw something. I saw something. I saw something that you guys are cooking something for blockchain. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Do you know my excitement? How much is blockchain today? It's 110?
Yes.
110, man. I didn't know.
Bitcoin.
I was taking this other portfolio I have somewhere, and it has increased from nowhere because I bought some. I'm like, people don't understand.
Okay, but one of my wishes also is I just want I don't know how. But somehow the central bank is also regulating. I think they're exploring in that. I heard some project they're exploring.
No. And, I was working for UNDP Malawi. I did some work which they're going to be launching soon. like a whole assessment, helping them in where they can start as my entry points to start legalizing.
They should do that as soon as possible, because I have so many projects that I want to launch, but
it's coming.
The only issue is, like I said, now it's not like,
no, there's some groundwork that I fought so hard for that to happen.
Please,
and I
make it happen,
it's coming.
because we have so many cool projects in that.
Yeah, it's coming.
In that.
And I think I know a few people. Let's leave it.
Even
we are recording, so let's
yeah.
But I know
even on PayChangu, something that we would like to incorporate.
It's coming.
Like you like to incorporate that, because
people
there's so many things, but
people don't know how, if we could have a proper assessment of and understanding how blockchain works, and have the central bank understanding and putting a proper framework to that, and be able to accept that, how it can change the economy.
I'm sure the central bank, they're working on it.
They're working. They're doing some work,
and they'll do something great. If they do that, we'll be the first people to contribute to that, because I
saw that you guys are building, and I saw that, I was like, okay. So I saw it in the morning. I woke up and I felt like I've worked. But when I saw your post that were being sent around 3 a.m., I felt like I haven't even done anything.
Yet.
Crazy.
Yeah, we have this app that is focused on that.
Yeah.
Not say.
Don't say much. I know, because okay. Wow.
But it's a cool project.
It's a cool project.
That is making even.
Is it gonna come as PayChangu? Is gonna come as a different
it's
project that we can put our money?
It's something that me and Dan was like working on it.
Can we put our money?
Yeah, I can put your money. But the thing is, it's a cool project.
Yeah.
I tell you. But
because what I saw, with what I saw, I'm like, okay, fine. If you put your money, like, okay, $50,000 here,
it's a cool project. It's something that if I can launch it today, I can guarantee you 100%, right? By now, a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit. That one is a hit. I'm telling you,
it's a hit. That project, it's a hit. If you can launch it,
so I'm saying that tomorrow, I can get all my savings, all my life savings, and sell everything.
I think the only problem that we didn't launch it because it also involves blockchain. So, other than the day, we just.
But something is going to happen this year. I can promise you from where I'm sitting, just what I'm seeing. Not that I can guarantee 100%, but something is going to happen within this space that will help developers like you specifically to make sure you can launch these blockchain products. Yeah,
because I think if that works, that will help. Because like I
there's something happening.
Yeah, we have been building this project. I come up with an idea. I was like, Dan, what if we worked on something like this? Then I was like, you know what? You always do that, but you always give me so many ideas. We don't work on them. Can you just write this down? I'm like, then I'll do it. No, can you just write it down? Because most of the times I write the ideas down. Right? I have to write the architecture, the everything, how we look, whatever. Yeah. So Dan was always like, can you write this down? I'm like, I'll do it. Can you write this down? So that was like, I say I'll write it down. I just woke up, write it down. Next day I was like, let's start working on it. We started working on it, spent days working on it. And it's a project that is fully working. Like right now, it's working.
With what I saw, that's why I'm saying that. Loop me in. I want to be part of that. How can I help? Is if you're putting money, I don't want to miss. If you have 3% of that, because that's things.
Because trust me, it's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Definitely a hit.
No, I'll bother you, man. I need to find an entry there.
Blockchain, trust me, it's just funny how maybe in Malawi, that's where the money is moving. But it's moving in a bad side.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
but people are moving money.
They're moving money in that side.
There was this other deal that I can't explain. Yeah. But people wanted to move like with that $5 million.
Yeah, people are moving money in that side. So
and I was like, what? And they wanted to use USSD.
Yeah, and I think the central bank should regulate it more. They should do it faster.
They need to do it fast because money is moving but they can't even get anything.
The better way is just to support it. Let have platforms that are regulated by that side, so that at least they can monitor than just leaving it there, because it's something that you can't stop at the end of the day. It's different from the banks where you can stop. Okay, don't create a bank there, but you can stop the blockchain.
Yeah, no, you can't,
because it moves all the time. So the better way is just, I think, just be part of it. Do it. But yeah, I'm happy to. Even if they're working on it, they want input on me. Like, I'm happy to do that. Trust me.
Yeah, no, there's some work that's happening, and I'll be excited.
I have real use cases on that.
I
can give them a proper use case on how to go about that. So, but perfect. I'm waiting for that. Please do it.
It's on record. It's on record that I'll have to put my money, or I'll be involved in this product because I believe in the product.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, okay. with how money is moving and how my portfolio is growing in this platform, I need it. Yeah, because
I tend to think you can make you a billionaire in no time. Yeah, it's a proper. Trust me, it's a proper hit, and we know. That's why we worked on it. You can't just make a project that we don't know it's just useless.
No, that one is a proper hit.
On it, but it's just like,
people think maybe we're just hyping it, but I know from what I saw. I was okay. It's a cool with the trend right now. Yeah. I was talking this with another friend of mine from which country is that? I even forgot. Is it Denmark or somewhere? And he was excited because he had bought some. And with the growth of with how crypto has grown. Yeah, has grown recently. Like right now, I'm okay, man.
Yeah, true. And I understand. I'm a tech guy, so I'm always following the trends. I also heard something there.
Yeah.
And trust me,
you can see things are.
Things are. They're moving good.
I think the economy it's just people that who don't even know. And of course I know people said, I don't have money to invest in the crypto. It's like, just go in, man, and start building some platforms. The money you make.
First of all, I'll just give an advice on that. Please make sure you know what you're doing before you do it.
Yeah.
If you don't understand how it works, go to people that understand it.
Yeah.
Or what's their advice?
Yeah.
Don't do it because if you're doing something that you don't understand, it's also easier to get scammed.
Yes. Yes.
I've seen people getting scammed so much in that side because first of all, they didn't know. So it's better to bet people that are legit.
Yeah.
They should teach you. So you should understand it before you get into it.
Yeah.
Because you can get into it and tomorrow you have nothing.
Yeah.
Or two, you can get scammed.
Yeah.
And the bad part about it is when you lose money there, you don't get it. I've lost money there before. Some people knows my story, how I lost money, even though I'm a tech guy. But so it's a risky side too. Yeah. But a good thing that don't just come. There's a point where I wanted to start even some online classes on that
to teach
more on the people, how can people invest there, how can make money that side.
Yeah,
just that time.
I'll get him for you. I'm gonna get you for you can use this, so you'll be teaching using this and explaining
just because of the but I wanted to do that because there's so many opportunities, and because so people lack of knowledge is here.
Lack of knowledge, people are because sometimes it's about even the little money that we make. That you just have to learn how you play within the space. And
because I can teach people how to make easier. I can guarantee this. I can teach people how to make easier. $50 maybe a day or something, right?
Yeah.
When you calculate that, it's
a lot of
Malawi economy. That's a lot of money.
Okay.
You can make that easy.
Yeah. If people can learn how to make like $50 to $100, right? Like imagine how many people would change their lives.
Yeah. So many people would change their life. So it's something that I've considered to do it. It's just that I think with those of my schedule.
Yeah. He's a man.
Like me, but I'll try my best. If you guys are watching.
I'll
try my best.
We'll get him. We'll try to get him to teach.
I know.
I'll push
him.
Okay, let's close, man. And I want us to close with two things. One is I want you to speak to people, that person that is trying to build something right now. Everything.
But that is me too.
Right? And the bedroom is even smelling. Most of the developers are in their rooms.
It's like that. I don't know what happens. It's our thing, guy. But it's like that.
It's one of those things.
But we there's some, I used to be like, I'm West, in the office, I'm West, until Dan come in.
It was like, this is weird.
Somehow. This guy is West somehow in lifestyle living, but it's our thing,
It's a thing. So anyway, speak to that 20-year-old self. How old are you right now?
Now, I want to over 24. Now I'm growing now. But that's
this guy 24 is richer than some of us, and it's one of those, which is a good thing. Talk to a 20-year-old Malawian trying to build a startup. What do you tell them right now?
First of all, is keep on doing it.
Okay.
And do it. First of all, another thing that I say, don't worry about money now.
Yeah.
You have to build the product first.
Yeah.
Let it work. Even if you want to get an investor will not invest in your idea, just an idea.
Yeah.
Because everyone can get an idea.
Yeah.
So implementing is something that is important.
Build
it. Yeah. When you build it, use it, and then go to an investor. Alone, I was able maybe to do these things. I want you, if you come in, it will be bigger than that, you know, because people I think care about that a lot. But you have to know that you cannot get money from investors without that. Myself, I cannot give you money. Example, if I want to invest in you, if I haven't seen what you've built, if you just have an idea, people believe in ideas, but no japer that just can come to you, support your idea. But if you have a product that is working, it's easier for someone to see potential in that and help you. Secondary is take risk, do it. You know, we learn from there. You know, sometimes this can get you far. And they can fail, but always mark it as a lesson. Take another risk, do it. Use the other lesson to do it. Secondary is don't look yourself down because of your age. Because the age is so, like you said, some people might like, maybe my age, people don't trust me. Maybe I have to grow, guy. I have to do that. I have to do whatever. No. Just build it. When Facebook was being created, most of I think was 16. I mean, he was young, but now it's multi-billion, not million, but $1 billion company. You know, so age is just a number somehow. You know, in most in our modern, you know,
societies,
right? Enough and medical was into Zambia. You know, the young age, because we are in AI generation. We understand that better than maybe I'm gonna count high. We are in blockchain, you know, era. We understand these things better than maybe some, you know, you know. So that you should take that as an advantage as a youth, right? Take take that as an advantage of, that's a head start of you to do something, because you understand things and maybe some people don't understand. There are so many companies out there that are land by Guru. They don't understand this yet. You can be the one to show them that value, you know, bring that value, offer something that should help these people, you know, elevate. So those are my 3, I would say, advice for someone. Is build, keep on doing it. Everything is possible. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. I always say that again. You're coming from ghetto, Kawati, you can build. Even if you don't know, even if you build from the ghetto, that even carries
more,
you know, carries more weight, because people look at you as, oh, how did you do it? Than maybe so coming from the other side. So
great. That's an interesting one. I had to leave you to tell people. Last question is a reflection for you is about Africa. I'm so concerned on how Africa is missing out on opportunities.
True.
Because the AI boom is here. You see companies that are making a lot of money. The same companies in the global north. Companies in Africa, they are not making it. And it pains me. What do you think should be done for African companies or African developers and everything?
I'll tell you this, right? So far, at least I can see a few African companies tapping up. I'll tell you, in Fintech space, PayChangu just got acquired at 250 million, which is way back, which is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
First time, you know, in Africa, if Fintech being acquired for that amount of money. Further, they just got in a unicorn now. You know, they're valued at $billions now. You know, which is which you can see a step. You know, now even in Y Combinator, there's so many African startups that are joining. Some point it wasn't. PayChangu was the first one to join.
The first one,
Imagine that. But now there's so many people that are joining, which you can see a change, right, going there. But also we had I think a mindset already, Africans, we can do it. But now I can see people that are stepping up now to actually do it, to do whatever. But the gap is still there, because the gap is too big, you know, when you compare it to the developing countries, America, all those things. You can see the gap is too big. So sometimes it's just a lack of, you know, Africa, the support that we get, let's say for the government, for all these things. Example, a government, if we have empowering money in technology, that also help. Let's say Rwanda, I think Rwanda or something is doing that. Is the government is empowering technologies, empowering people, young people.
Even just building. Imagine if PayChangu would have a contract with the Ministry of I don't know, gender or Ministry of what, who do these social cash transfers. And they say, okay, fine, PayChangu, develop something for us so that we can be using your platform. Those guys, they move billions. Something like that. That procurement would change your company.
True. That is true.
Just like that.
So we need those type of support. Because if you keep on trusting us on how to do these things, because that's what happens. the money goes out all the time. Billions and billions are going out. Billions are going out. But if we keep on trusting ourselves to do this, we keep saying our money, we give power to people to do great things. To build so many things around here that can boost our economy. Because I always say this, I don't know how, but I believe if we take tech well, we can boost our economy. We can have even the forex issues can go down a little because we are better at that side, you know. But sometimes we only look at one side, which I understand because this is. But the way I understand it, if you get so much power, maybe not power, but empowerment this side, we can do stuff. Like there's so many things that I imagine that can bring so much in our country. In tech side. But you can just do it. There's so many things involved for you to learn these things. There's so many regulators, all these things. But tech can change things here too. Tech can bring, because tech connects the world. Even on trading, on do that. If tech is connected, everything is transparent. You can see. Then manually things is happening again. People do it in bisam. It end up, you look at, let's say, countries like India. Everything is digitalized that side.
There's some
to the point where some shops say I'm gonna even denga even cash. All because of tech. You know. So I think the other countries that they do better because of how people they embrace it. Even the government, you can hear in America, Trump put in another 500 million investment in AI. That
kind of government endorsement of a sector does a lot. So if the government, for instance, governments in Africa would come in and say, we're putting this much billions collectively to develop African startups.
Have you seen how Trump, America, handles NVIDIA? It's a company, but how they make powerful chips. China so good at chips because they know how much money it brings, because they empower those companies, all those things to create something better. So if you can have the support, you say here, example, there's money that is put in there specified to do AI, because one thing that I've seen here, I don't know, I'll say it, though I've seen so many things happening about AI, whatever things happening, but the people that are giving this money, that people don't even understand, they're just being in the meetings, all that.
But it's about how you articulate. If I've always argued, most of the times it's just about how articulative people are in these meetings, telling their story of how AI is going to do X, Y, and how their product is using AI.
But example,
when you look at it,
if you can give the actual, let's say, I'll put myself in. If you give me something there, do something that is AI that will help things, I'll be glad to help, to do them. Do something that actually works. A product that uses AI is doing something. I can build a team here because I know the developers, I know whatever. That we do something that is there, that has a use date. You can see a change there that is doing. Than just having topics of, there's a meeting at BSCC talking about
how is AI changing
so
us?
We'll keep on talking about these things forever, but we don't
there's a benefit with those meetings, but I know also sometimes
but there's benefits, but sometimes I've seen so many things okay, I would say these things, I always get disappointed somehow because I've seen so many topics in tech sector. I've seen so many news, I've seen so many funding happening in Malawi do with tech, but as a tech person, I've never seen a real product. I've never seen
that pains me as well. I have seen stuff like that, and I've always wondered.
But I've seen
money is moving.
I've seen money moving.
Money is moving.
I've seen so many.
And you're like, which product have you built out of this?
Yes, I'm like, okay, so which startup
is
doing great,
is funded from this?
Out of this, So I don't know, since because I'm in the tech sector, so whenever nothing point where I'm like, okay, I'll see a newspaper and talking about it. I'm like, they'll see the 1 million something whatever doing in this thing. I'm like, okay, fine. I know that even as me as a tech,
it's weird.
Benefit, nothing in benefit.
It's weird how that happens.
At the end of the day, But I wish it was different where it is only my use case. I made my start use tech, but I don't see anything yet. So if I could see, not only me, but if I could see someone doing something and it's changing it there, that would be point. That would be great. I think we'll move. We'll move. One B.
Amazing, man. Always happy to have you.
Thanks for having me again.
It's always a pleasure to. Of course, you weren't talking to me last time.
Yeah.
Of course, the other time.
Yeah.
PayChangu is gonna be in Zambia soon.
Yeah, soon.
South Africa?
Be there. We'll move that side. We'll move.
Mozambique.
Because the thing is, we want to just
Zimbabwe.
to get it stable here.
Yeah, no. Let's get it stable, but let's be ambitious.
Yeah, but the plans are there.
Okay, cool.
The plans are there. We haven't even started exploring that side yet. Already.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Things, meetings, partnerships.
Yeah,
there that are happening in the background.
That's good, man.
To go there because we want to make sure payments they are connected. Everything is connected. Able to transact within Zambia and Malawi.
Yeah, easily
Without having
hassles.
borders. Payments shouldn't have borders.
Yeah.
Borders are there too. But payments shouldn't have those ones. Yeah.
Amazing, man. I appreciate for you coming here. And I'm excited always to talk to you because I know you always have the gem and the passion for developing products, but also inspiring as many people as possible that you can do it even after dropping out of school.
Yeah, you can.
What am I going to drop class? Which class?
That would be another topic.
You're like, I wanted to be the actor to Nohaata Seven.
That would be a story, though. Yeah,
for another day. But I'm excited, man, for you coming through and for being a friend of whatever we've been building here. The other channels, podcast Malawi, but also this channel.
I think I'm your number one supporter.
I know.
I want to see.
I know.
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
Coming to your new studio here.
Yes.
For me, it's just like wow.
Yeah.
We
should dream and make the dreams come true.
Make them come true, and I can see it here.
It's happening.
Someday. I don't know how it happens. I think I'll start my podcast just to interview too.
I don't feel weird.
You can tell us, how do you make all these things?
I don't even know sometimes. I don't even know.
Yeah, people should see that picture too. So you be my host of my podcast of only you.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate. And guys, until next time, keep subscribing and all those things that are supposed to be done to make sure that this channel grows, and let's build a new generation of Africans that are changing the narrative and are building products, and let's make it happen, and let's grow the mother continent, but also let's develop ourselves. So much is going to be discussed here, so just subscribe and be part of this community. Until next time, we're out.